Okay, there we go. Turn that down like a little more. Okay. I think you should be able to hear me. I think. Okay. Hi! Welcome to my little corner of the internet. I'm Micah. I have my little gloom bear here that I'm snuggling at the moment. To give me a little bit more courage to open up a little more, because I don't usually do that on my streams. It's a little unusual. But yeah, I thought I'd give some life updates a little bit before we started playing some Danganronpa, because that's just... I don't know. I feel like I should. Oh, hold on. There's an ad. Good timing ad. I don't know how to pause that one. But alright. That's cool. We will just let that play for now. And then I can talk. Yeah. In the meantime. Look at the cool little gloom bear. I got this in the mail. And I'm pretty excited about it. It looks really good. Like, look at that. It's so sick. Got little wings on the back, the whole shebang. I usually have had it hung up on the wall in the back, but I thought I'd snuggle it for the time being. Yeah, it probably would have been cheaper if I had been American and had American money, because conversion for Canadian was, oof, it was pain. Because I think this was like $85 for US, but after I paid for like shipping and then there was also like, you know, conversion, it was like over $100 for me. So that was a bit of a splurge. That's not something I usually do, because I've been trying to keep in control of my spending, but I definitely went a little hard back in August. And then, of course, now there's everything that's going on with my little cat, Kipper, which I'm going to get more into once this ad has passed, because I probably should have waited a little longer so that the ad would have, like, played and then had everything figured out, but whatever. I'm not always the smartest tool in the shed, or the sharpest tool in the shed, rather, when it comes to my streams. Haha, go figure. Is what it is. Gotta bring everybody back. Come on, ad. Hurry up and do your shit. Oh no, you can see the mess that's on this table. That is a combination of my boyfriend and I. 'Cause like, we grow plants in this room on top of me streaming, so sometimes it gets a little messy in here. Oops. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm not perfect. I strive to be, but that doesn't mean I'll ever reach it. Okay. The ad is almost done. It's almost done. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There we go. There we go. The ad's done. Okay, now I can actually, like, talk to everybody, and everyone can actually hear what I'm saying. Okay, anyway. So, basically, the biggest update for my life right now is that, Kipper seems to be doing okay now. Basically what happened that kind of spiraled into me spending a bunch of money on vet bills was that I had bought a different cat food that I was going to try and see if the cats liked it. And, Kipper, he refused to eat it, and he didn't want anything to do with it. I thought that maybe if I left it with him for a while, that maybe he would just succumb to his hunger and then just suck it up and eat it. But yeah, he wasn't eating it. He wasn't reacting well to it when he did eat it. So then I switched the cat food, but I think maybe he like felt a little traumatized from the having dry food that didn't react well with him. So then he just seemed to just stop eating altogether. And then he just kept losing weight really rapidly. Like, he got to the point where you could feel his spine, you could feel his hip bones, you could feel, like, his ribs, you could feel everything. And I was freaking out because it's like, okay, well, I tried switching the food back to something that he would eat, and he's not eating it, so, like, there's gotta be something else wrong. So I take him to the vet. The vets agree that he's underweight. They take him in to do a blood test so that they can, like, start with figuring out what was wrong with him. They gave me this type of wet food that's like emergency wet food that you feed a cat so that it fattens them back up. They described it as like cat McDonald's is basically what it is. So I've been feeding him that. In total, we've had to do 3 blood tests, and then there was a test that we did that essentially would like check his thyroid and kidneys and make sure that that was not an issue. He doesn't have, and he tested negative for anything wrong with his thyroid and kidneys. He tested negative for cat version of HIV, which is FIV, if I remember correctly. And then we also managed to make absolutely sure that he doesn't have any blood parasites in his blood. He also tested negative for leukemia. And right now, I've got him on some medication that is supposed to help him feel better. I have noticed that his personality has started to come back, which is, I mean, I'm thankful for it, but also on the other hand, my cat is a bit of a demon. He jumps on my counters. He jumps on my dresser. Just yesterday, I came home from work, and my boyfriend had gone to work. And before he left, he had tried to cover the bread in such a way where Kipper wouldn't get to it, because I guess earlier in the day he had already gotten to it and started eating the bread. So, to try and prevent him from eating stuff he's not supposed to be eating, he tried to, like, cover it in such a way where Kipper couldn't get to it, but of course Kipper's a genius, and he got to it, chewed an even bigger hole into the bread bag, and then proceeded to just eat more bread. There was bread pieces on the counter, there was bread on the floor, like, we had an entire full loaf of bread, and then by the time Kipper was done with it, I had half a loaf of bread left. So I was not impressed, okay? I was not happy. So basically, his appetite's come back, his personality is starting to come back, so that's great. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to be looking out for in regards to if what signs to show that the medication is working. So I'm expecting a call later this evening where the vet is going to clarify some of that, clarify what it means, like what the last blood test, what it means for it to be negative for, and essentially, like, update him on how Kipper's doing, because he wasn't doing good at first, like, at the beginning of all of this, but now he's doing a lot better. Like, he's not throwing up every day anymore, he doesn't have, like, he kind of still has diarrhea, but, like, it's starting to become more solid again, so I'm assuming that's a good sign. And he's slowly but surely gaining the weight back, which is good, because my boy was heavy. Like, he would, if I held him for too long, my arms would start to get sore. And now, like, I'm not experiencing that same kind of thing, and that's really concerning. So, yeah, that's, like, the biggest update, is essentially that Kipper seems to be doing better, so yay! Happy for that. What was there was other things that I had in mind that I wanted to talk about outside of that. Oh, right. Part of the reason why streams have been kind of, like, a little bit crazy, both this month, because I haven't streamed until now, and then for last month, is just because of all the stress, dealing with Kipper, dealing with some other things in my personal life. Things with the day job have been a bit stressful too, just because the big wigs, like the new CEO, is, I guess, I'm assuming he's visiting all the stores, because he's coming to our store tomorrow, along with, like, district manager, one other person, I forget what their title is. But yeah, like, a bunch of people are coming down, and yeah, that's been causing a lot of stress for the boss, which has then been trickling down to the rest of us. So I'm hoping that once that's all over, everything's gonna go back to how it was, because I do like my day job. I do like the people I work with and like my boss and everything. But yeah, it's been a bit stressful. So I'm hoping that settles down here. My boyfriend and we've been watching the One Piece anime together for quite some time now. We're nowhere near caught up, so I try to avoid the spoilers. The biggest spoiler that I've accidentally come across was, like, the newest superpower, whatever you want to call it, for Luffy and what he's capable of doing. So I've seen what that looks like as, like, a form, but I don't know anything about it because I'm trying to keep myself spoiler free from that stuff, because I don't even know when that would even happen. Like, to give you perspective, I'm at a point in the anime where how much should I say, because I don't want to spoil anything for anyone who hasn't seen the anime or watched the manga, I guess, but at that point I don't think any of it would make any sense anyway if you're not familiar. But yeah, like, I'm basically at the part where Blackbeard is basically turning into, like, a notorious world-renowned pirate that is gonna maybe destroy the world, depending on how he decides to, like, go about his stuff. Whitebeard is dead, and Luffy and Jinbei are on the brink of death, and that's about where we have left off, roughly. So I'm really far behind, which is fine, because at least I am better than other people, like, because now that the live action has come out, I did watch it, we'll get to that, but yeah, now that the live action has come out, there's probably going to be a bunch of people who are going to start getting into One Piece, which is something that one of my friends is doing, actually. He watched the live action, and he wanted to essentially, like, keep watching, but from the anime. I told him that, like, I don't necessarily recommend watching from where the live action left off, because the live action has made certain changes that weren't present in the anime, which is fine. Like, it worked out. Like, it was really well done, so I can't complain. It's just that it would be very confusing to jump into the anime after the live action and not know certain things and the order of how they happened and stuff like that. So yeah, I was telling him that, yeah, the live action, you leave off at approximately episode 44 in the anime, but if you're confused when you are watching the anime at that point and you don't understand some of the references or what's going on, then, like, go back to the beginning and just watch from the beginning, because that would be way better in order to understand. But yeah, no, like, everyone, I think, was skeptical about the One Piece live action, including myself, because we've been burned many times. Death Note, Dragon Ball. Like, I've never watched Dragon Ball, okay? I know bits and pieces of Dragon Ball, but I know that the live action fucked up and did horrible. Not just because of what everybody has said, but even, like, from the bits and pieces I've seen of it, I'm like, no, this is awful. Like, I've never even seen the show, and this is a travesty. So, like, all of us were probably hoping that the same thing wouldn't happen to One Piece, because One Piece is, like, a god upon gods when it comes to anime and manga, right? So, like, you can't screw that up. If you're gonna adapt it, you just can't. That's not an option. So when it came out and I watched it with my boyfriend, because we've been watching the One Piece anime together, I was so happy. Oh, there were so many good things that happened. Like, the wire work that they would have obviously had to do for certain parts of scenes and action and stuff. It was so subtle, and it was so good. Oh, it was good. And, like, they kept pretty true to all of the big plot points. Uh, oh, they did Nami's story pretty well. I think the only thing I would have maybe have liked, at least for that part, is like just a little bit more in regards to like details when it came to like how she grew up, the connection to her family, and how much they meant to her. Because I feel like that was a bit like, I understand why it would have been glossed over as much as it was, because Western live action adaptation, like there's there's a difference between adapting something as an anime and adapting something as live action. There's certain things that just don't quite translate the same. So I can see why certain things would have been kind of like, hey, this is a thing, but also like, here's the next part of it, if that makes sense. I'm a little curious as to why Usopp didn't have his long nose. Because Arlong, when they showed him, like, they did his nose. So I'm not sure why Usopp doesn't have his long nose. I'm a little bit wondering if it's because of like maybe like some kind of like racist implication that I'm unfamiliar with. Because the actor for Usopp, as far as I'm aware, he's black, and maybe having like a really long nose on a character that's being represented as a black person is probably not a good look. So that maybe that's why. Because it seems that the SFX and the makeup team did such a good job that they could have like had his nose be as long as it was. I don't know. The eyebrows for Sanji, that being not there was a little bit weird. Mostly because there's a lot of jokes that are attributed to his eyebrows that are in the anime and the manga, so to not have the curly eyebrows is a little weird. I will say that. Especially since I got a spoiler that I don't know the context of it, but I guess Sanji's eyebrows, the curl flips. Like, it's on the outside, but then it goes into the inside at some point, and I don't know why. Don't tell me. I don't want spoilers. It's just something I accidentally came across because fucking internet. But that was also kind of like, okay, you could have done the eyebrows. I don't know why you didn't, but you could have. But outside of those, like, really small, inconsequential things, like, I loved it. The One Piece live action did One Piece justice. It was fantastic. Like, it was so good. They did tease Smoke at the end, and I'm wondering how they're going to adapt him, because I feel like that's going to possibly be a lot harder to do. Like, I thought Buggy was going to be hard to do, but they did that really well. So maybe Smoke isn't that hard to adapt now with the technology that we have available. I don't know. But I'm very curious about Chopper and how they're going to do Chopper, because I feel like that one is going to be a bit harder to do because of the different forms that he takes depending on his medicine that he made himself and things like that. But no, like, I'm really happy about the One Piece live action. That is, so far, from my experience, the best live action I have ever seen of an anime. And no one, like, I don't think anybody was expecting that. Like, I didn't even know that Eiichiro Oda was even, like, a part of the whole thing until, like, I started watching interviews and, like, more media stuff surrounding it. I had no idea that, I hope I'm saying his name right, I had no idea that Eiichiro Oda was, like, a part of the whole production when it came to making it, and that makes it so much better, because then you're getting to see the creation of One Piece coming to life through live action in the way that the creator of One Piece would like and appreciate, which is even better. Oh, hey, Ugg. It's going. I was just talking about random stuff before we go into playing some Danganronpa. Like, I was giving a bit of a life update earlier, such as, like, Kipper's health, because I'm not sure if you've been aware through my social media. You might have been, because I've mentioned it on a couple different platforms. Ugh. But, yeah, he hasn't been doing so well. He's doing better now. Thankfully. So, like, he's not puking every day. He still has some diarrhea, kind of, but, his poops are getting more solid again, which is what we want. He's eating. His appetite's come back. Oh, I will. He's been getting lots of snuggles, and, the problem I'm having now is because we've been feeding him a specific type of prescription wet food that the vet gave to us to, like, fatten him back up, because he lost a lot of weight really rapidly. Now that he's been fed wet food so much, I'm kind of concerned that he's been so spoiled and so pampered that he's not going to go back to dry food, and that I'll have to, like, feed him wet food now because of this whole thing. So we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. But yeah, I've spent a lot of money on tests, mostly, when it comes to Kipper. Yeah, I mean, wet food or no food, that's the deal. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Because, like, yeah, I can't remember if you're in America or not, because I'm sure that the currency exchange would be different, but I've spent, like, probably close to $1,000. 1,000 Canadian dollars? Yeah, okay, I thought so. I've spent about 1,000 Canadian dollars on my cat. So, that was a big ouch. And, like, I'm fortunate that I even had the money to begin with, because I've been putting money in my savings account to save for a car, because Carson has his driver's license. I don't. I just have my learner's. So the whole goal and idea was that we were going to get a used vehicle, and he would use it predominantly, like, he'd be the main driver, but then I would be able to practice driving and be taught how to drive through Carson. So, yeah, but because I've spent $1,000 on vet bills on my cat, I don't have as much money as I did in order to get a car, so that is a little disheartening. But I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Like, I'm not gonna let my cat die. I've had him ever since he was 2, because he was adopted at 2 years old, and he's 8 years old right now. And he'll be turning 9 next year. So, yeah, like, my personal goal is to have Kipper live until he's, like, at least 20 years old, which is, like, really old for a cat. I know that, but still. We don't have pet insurance. That was part of the problem. I'm gonna have to start looking into it a little more, but everything costs so much. Like, I don't even have, like, health insurance, even. Like, and my medications are expensive. Like, if I do health insurance through Blue Cross, just for me, it would be $75. And then if I was to do pet insurance, like, one of the pet insurance places I was looking at, it was, like, $35. And this is all, like, per month, okay? So if I had health insurance for myself, pet insurance for me, and for the cats, and then everything else on top, like, I don't know, man. Shit's getting expensive. Like, our rent is going up next month. It's not going up as much as it could, because the building managers, they fought to try and keep the price low, because they know that people don't want the rent to raise much. So we're paying another $100 now, which, I mean, that's not bad in comparison to the people who are getting a bigger jump than we are. It still sucks though, because, like, yeah, inflation has been fucking every Canadian so hard, and it sucks. Yeah, like, it's not bad, but it's not good either, so things have just been really stressful. Like, basically it feels like you have to lie, cheat, steal, like fuck other people over in order to get anywhere, really, is what it feels like. And both my boyfriend and I, like, we're not those type of people. Like, we don't like to do scummy shit like that. We like to live our lives in a way that we can sleep at night. So, you know, it just really sucks. It just really sucks. Like basically something that I'd like for my birthday, which is this coming weekend on the 16th, is if people would be generous enough to donate even just $1. Like, just donate $1 to my, like, to my my little tip jar here on Twitch, then, like, that would be a really great birthday present, because I would like to try and make back the money that I spent on Kipper and vet bills, so I can put it back in my savings account so I can help us get a car. That would be nice. That would be really nice. Like, I'm not expecting that. Nobody's obligated to do that. But if you wanted to make my birthday a little more special, because, I mean, it's feeling kind of... I'm not really looking forward to it this time for a lot of different reasons. Mostly that it just feels like I'm approaching a milestone that I'm not ready for. That's kind of where a lot of it comes from. Oh shit, your birthday's 2 days before mine. That's awesome. Happy early birthday too, boy! So yeah, like, that's mostly been the life updates. It's just that my cat's feeling better. My birthday's coming up. The One Piece live action was fucking awesome. And if people would like to make my birthday a little more special, if they donate a little bit of money to me, that would be really great. I would really appreciate it. But yeah, like that's pretty much it. I'm gonna hang up Gloombear, and then I'm gonna start up the game, and then we'll kind of go from there. There we go. Oh, you can't even see him after all that. You can't even see Gloombear in the background after all that. Can I? Oh, you can if I go like that. That's so fucking lame. Okay, whatever. But he's there. Gloombear's there. That was something I spoiled myself with, was Gloombear. Because, like... Oh, God. Like, currency conversion between Canadian and American, it can be so expensive sometimes. Because I'm pretty sure the Gloombear was, like, either $80 or $85 American. And then... Wait, what else can't you see? Other than my cat. Oh, fuck you. God damn it. Alright. I should have saw that coming. I really should have. I promise I will get more masks. My goal is when Spirit Halloween... I think it's already around. It's just... it's not nearby where I am, so I haven't, like, gone to it in order to, like, check out anything and see how much shit is, but my plan is to go to Spirit Halloween, see what masks are there, and pick up some more masks from there to start with. I'm pretty sure I still have a link to that payday mask that was suggested as well, so I'll probably get that. There's some that I have that are on my Amazon wishlist. It's not a public wishlist, it's a private one, I'm pretty sure. So I have some on there that I'm thinking of grabbing too. But yeah, like I plan to have more than just this one. I just haven't gotten around to it yet. Ugh. Okay, so I'm sorry, Corpse. I love your singing, but no more singing, Corpse, for now. I need to get the game up. Oh, right. Before I do that, I also should probably change my stream shit. So that's Danganronpa. Because otherwise people in the just chatting place are gonna be like, hey, what the fuck? And I completely understand that. I've seen the prices of Spirit Halloween, and you're probably better off with paper mache. Yeah, you're probably right. I'm hoping for the best, but that's why I'm gonna, like, take a look and see. 'Cause, yeah, I just want to see what my options are and go from there. That's kind of the idea. And if the prices are too stupid, then I'll just order off of... Oh god, that's loud. Then I'll order off of Amazon. Oh god. Stop. Thank you. Dear god. That was so loud.
Danganronpa.
Why is that so loud? I am so sorry if I blasted your eardrums. My apologies. That was not intentional. I have no idea where I left off. So we're just gonna find out. Cause I think we just did a class trial. And so now I think I have to, like, do a bunch of shit before someone else gets killed, I think is what's happening. Don't quote me on it. We were hoping things would progress smoothly. That's right. A common, ordinary progression would have been just fine. Like, for example, the enemy's lair crumbling right after you defeat the final boss, or your dead friend suddenly reappearing. It would have been just fine if things had progressed like that. That's the kind of old-school progression we were hoping for. Not this unreasonable turn of events. Right. Oh, God, I forgot all about this shit. Should I turn up the audio? Like, is that too low for you? Or can you hear it okay? Because I'm looking at my levels and I'm not really sure. It's fine? Okay, good. Jeez, you guys are a strange lot. You all have such big, wide eyes. Oh, perhaps you've all fallen in love with this metallic body of mine? I already know what you want to say just by looking in your eyes. Then again, I am a former team manager. What happened? You look like you've seen a ghost or something. Hey, man, don't go scaring Miss Sonia with that strange-ass mask. As he raised his stammering voice, Kazuichi grabbed onto Nekomaru's head and... Come on, take it off. Ow! Ow, 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 ow! Stop it! Stop it! Huh? Why won't it come off? Wait, what? Are you friggin' kidding me? Holy crap! It's not just for show! It's not just for show. It's pure electricity. I've been reborn as pure electricity. Fuck, I forgot all about this. This is so stupid. If you're seriously Nekomaru, that's my fault, right? You ended up getting a body like that, and it's all my fault, right?
Sorry.
Sorry, Nekomaru. I don't know how to apologize for this. Don't worry about it. A lot of stuff happens when you're alive. You're too upbeat. Is this really okay? If you keep sweating the small stuff, you're going to end up getting more gray hairs. Commenting on every little thing he does is a waste of time. But you're really Nekomaru, right? You came back for us, right? That's right, I've resurrected from the depths of hell in shining silver! How are you even okay with that? It doesn't even compare to my eye patch. How can you accept that body? It's better to just be alive. It's better to just be alive. Hey, don't you agree? If I'm alive, I can still talk to you all. If I'm alive, I can still fight. It doesn't matter what happens to my body, not one bit. You're amazing. Nekomaru is brimming with hope. It's better to just be alive. I do understand what Nekomaru is saying, but no matter how we make sense of this, it's just too weird. This isn't a novel or a movie. This is reality. Can something this unexplainable really be allowed to happen? Oh dear God, what is that? Sorry, I just saw the chat. Hold on, I need to scroll up. My character ranking is 16 Hyoko, 15... Oh, so from from bottom to top. Hyoko, Nagito, Teru, Kazuichi, Akane... Oh gosh, I need to scroll. Sonia, Byakuya, Mikan, Peko, Mahiru, Hajime, Nekomaru, Fuyuhiko, Gundam, Chiaki. Ibuki's your top fave? Oh, that's cool. Chiaki was always my top fave when I first played this game, because this is my second time playing. I still think she's, like, probably my favorite. Let me think. Who was it? Nagito. Yeah, Nagito. He's creepy. I still don't really fully understand him. It's also been a while since I've played the games, so I'm a little rusty on some of the lore, which is fine, because then I can just be reminded of it as we play. But yeah, Chiaki was the one that I got full friendship points with when I first played, and now I think... will it let me go to the menu right now? No, it won't. Okay. Because if in the menu I can double check, but I'm pretty sure I maxed out friendship points with Gundam right now, so then I've been working on everybody else here and there. Don't quote me on it though. But yeah, hey, thanks for sharing. I really like hearing what other people have to say about Danganronpa, because I find that depending on where you talk about it on the internet, it could be a bad time. You didn't like Toko, Byakuya, or Hifumi, hey? I mean, I can understand not liking Toko. Toko was kind of fucked. Byakuya was an asshole, and Hifumi was a perv, so I get you. I get you. My favorite character for the first game was Celeste. I've always loved Celeste. Because I don't know, she's fascinating. I like that she can lie so bold-faced, and that she was, like, basically a professional gambler. I thought that was cool. I also really liked that her dream essentially was to have, like, a vampire mansion with a bunch of, like, hot boys in it. Like, I thought that was great. Like, I could get behind that. No, instead. I don't hate Kyoko, I just feel the fans praise her too highly. Yeah, that's fair. I can understand that. I like Kyoko, and I really like her backstory. Because it's really interesting and shocking and really turns everything on its head. But then, of course, once it's revealed, then it's not so cool anymore, I guess. Why did this happen? Anyway, I'm glad that's fine. Right? Right? Nekomaru definitely came back to us. How the fuck did the idiot fortune teller survive the first game? I don't know! That makes me mad! Like, I was actually so mad. Like, you could probably find, like, I keep collections on my Twitch of little bits and pieces of, like, of the games that I've played and, like, different events, and you can tell I don't like the fortune teller. Oh shit, I gotta do his voice. Wait, let me drink some water.
My, am I interrupting your touching reunion?
Ho, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, Why is Nekomaru a robot?
Unfortunately, it was truly difficult to save Nekomaru from the jaws of death. But they don't call me the psychopop magician for nothing. Oh my goodness!
Wonderful before and after has occurred.
Oh, I didn't think he would voice the whole thing. Okay, sometimes the game shocks me like that. It appears to be a little too dramatic. Thanks to that, I'm getting stabbed by all these envious stares. Hey, if you're really a robot, what's going on with your thought process? Is that a program too? Then what happened to the other stuff, like your self-awareness, and... How many times do I have to tell you that it doesn't matter? No matter what shape or form I take, I am Nekomaru Nidai! Is he? All the smart characters besides Byakuya and Kyoko either ended up murdered or executed. Right? It was awful. Is he going to power through the rest of his life with his new abilities? That kind of reaction, it looks like you really are self-aware. That means this technology is insane! I've never seen or heard of anything like this before.
What the commoner considers advanced is not much of an advancement. If you think advancements exist in colleges and laboratories, that's a huge misunderstanding. The real advancements exist in the place where you can pass on that talent.
And you're saying that's you? Were you really that amazing? Stop admiring him. You stupid stuffed toy, don't go screwing with people's bodies like that. Hold on, if you harm Monokuma, you're going to...
Hoo-hoo-hoo! You intend to defy me yet again? You're quite the barbarian. Geez, this time you will definitely fall prey to my Monokuma bazooka!
Once again, the world shook and turned stark white, as if the surrounding environment and all sound was blown away by the impact, turning everything completely white. And within that whiteness, I heard that voice yet again.
Nekomaru!
That didn't faze me at all! Check it out! I'm intact! I have no injuries at all!
Okay. So then, if someone was gonna try and murder you, they would have to be a bit more creative, I see. I mean, you had Chihiro, who was bonked, then had his corpse given the Jesus Christ treatment. Yeah. Are you fucking serious? He took that blast and doesn't even have a single scratch. Oh, awesome. He's seriously a real robot. Hey, can you let me disassemble you? Can you let me disassemble you and show me your insides? PhD flopper in a nutshell. If I get disassembled, I'll end up dying.
I suppose I should fill you in. Even though he's a robot now, if Nekomaru is killed, it's still going to count as murder, okay?
Then Celeste, well, you know... Yeah. That was sad. Sakura's was fucking depressing. Like, that was just a gut punch. That's what that was.
Of course, it's possible that Nekomaru might kill someone instead.
Don't say such foolish things. That will never happen.
Well, with all that in mind, you guys enjoy the killing school trip together!
Once again, I hope we can all get along. It's gonna be a while before I can mentally process this. Will Nekomaru never return to his original form? Oh, I missed something because the notification went off. Oh god. It hurt even more when Monokuma revealed Sakura was forced to work for him. Yeah. If that is the case, it is a burden for Nekomaru. Hey, it's not like I came back as a monster. I'm just a robot now, you know? I'm sorry, I can't really see a difference.
Well, just consider this a little promotion. By making a robot one of the main characters, a genuine mystery is transformed into a sci-fi mystery. And the hard-boiled is transformed into cyberpunk.
You're totally destroying the genres.
Oh, well, who cares? As long as it's fun, it's totally fine.
As I listened to Monokuma's boisterous laugh, once again I was forced to accept. This island is not the day-to-day world I know. It's a mad world where the strange is accepted as normal. Causes, reasoning, circumstances, foreshadowing, these things don't apply here at all. That's what it means to live in a mad world. Hey! Chapter 4! Do ultimate robots dream of clockwork? I guess we'll find out. Whatever that means. The next morning, we gathered at the hotel restaurant like we always do. Man, the food today was awesome as usual. As always, you sure do eat a lot. I feel relaxed just by looking at you. It's impossible not to worry about it. No matter what, this feels really strange. It's not something I'll get used to easily. If Monokuma could give Nekomaru a robot body, why couldn't he have given Fuyuhiko a prosthetic eye? I don't know. I genuinely don't know. The eye patch is cooler though, so I like that. Anyway, what are you gonna do, Mekamaru? Mekamaru, you're used to him already? What am I going to do? For food. Do you need, like, oil? Regular? Premium? Nah, he doesn't need oil. Since he said he's pure electricity, maybe he's battery-powered or something. I can totally eat normal food, especially rice dishes. I can't keep my eyes off them. However, I've been feeling a little down today, so I don't have much of an appetite. Are you malfunctioning? If you show me your insides, I can fix you up, you know. No means no! What, so you're here too? I'm sorry. I should know my place and not speak out of turn when everyone's gathered together like this. However, I just wanted to make sure I spoke to you about what happened yesterday. What happened yesterday? That person, Mikan, called her beloved. I can't help thinking about that, and it won't get out of my head.
What?
Am I just a coward for worrying about that?
Let me tell you.
It crossed my mind as well, but based on how she phrased it... So this is the end. This is really... Now I can go to my beloved and be forgiven. I can finally see my beloved. Please forgive me as my hopes of finally seeing you die with me.
This too must be the
Yeah, I don't understand that. Like, I don't know who her beloved is. Don't tell me. I don't want spoilers. But yeah, I don't remember. Sorry, I'm missing chats things. I mean, imagine how cool it would be if you had Fuyuhiko with a robot eye. Fair. Yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how we didn't catch it. I think that has something to do with the reveal at the end, because I know that there's something about us that gets revealed later. I just forget all the details, and I don't want to be spoiled about it. It was as if she was speaking to an entity that does not exist in this world. Then there's nothing to worry about. More importantly, we should be thinking about the Future Foundation, our enemy. They're not our enemy! They're not! They're the ones trying to save us! If that fearsome organization known also as World Ender is truly responsible for our imprisonment, then investigating who's behind that organization is our top priority. The Future Foundation. That word future. Does it have anything to do with that ancient ruin? I mean, there's no doubt that that symbol on the door to the ancient ruin was the Japanese word for future. If that's the case, it might be better if we investigate the ancient ruins again later.
However,
The more I think about it, the less sense it makes. Why would an organization that's secretly plotting to end the world make us suffer like this? They went to a lot of trouble to abduct us and bring us to this island. Not only that, they took away several years' worth of our memories and our lives at Hope Speak Academy, for reasons that are also unknown. You know what's unfortunate? If you don't watch the anime, you don't know the details of Fuyuhiko's sister's death. Oh! I haven't seen the anime, and I have debated watching it, so maybe I should. But then I also know that there's a fucked up scene with Junko that deals with like some type of brainwashing, and I'm not sure if I'm ready for that. Future Foundation, World Ender, ha! There's obviously something wrong with you if you believe in something so unrealistic. You're one to talk. But what should we What we should be most concerned about as it relates to the Future Foundation is the traitor from the Future Foundation that's hiding among us. I wonder who it is. The true identity of the outsider hiding among us and trying to ensnare us. Nagito's obviously the most suspicious, though. Even a childish organization blathering about ending the world wouldn't accept someone like me. He's so fucking right. He is so fucking right, especially considering what happens in Despair Girls, which I'm debating on and off if I want to play that in between this game and Danganronpa V3 on stream, because first of all, Despair Girls is darker than probably all of the other games combined, in my personal opinion. And there's one specific part in it that I find to be extremely triggering, just because of some trauma that I have that relates to it. So, like, I remember when I got to that point in the game on my own, like, personal time when I was playing it, I had to actually stop playing it for a while. I don't remember how long I went without playing it, but I had to stop because I got so fucking triggered. I think it's Sonia because she's not from the same country as everyone else. That's possible. I'm not even sure if there is a traitor. I think that that might just be like a red herring that's thrown in there, but honestly, I don't know. Nobody wants a worthless human like me to join their group. You guys should know that feeling well, right? And that's the reason why you're not the traitor? I don't understand your theory at all. Then who do you think is the most suspicious? I nominate Hajime. I knew that was fucking coming. Huh? Well, isn't it normal to doubt the most unlikely candidate? Not just that, you're the only one here who still doesn't know what ultimate talent you possess. If we're basing this on an outsider hiding among a group of ultimates, Hajime should be doubted right away. Then Hajime's the traitor? Of course not. What are you even saying? You shouldn't raise your voice like that. We might become even more suspicious of you, you know? This is obviously your fault. Stop fighting. Don't you think fighting with ourselves like this is Monokuma's trap? That might be true, but... Alright, I'll handle this. Just leave this matter to me. What do you mean? To eliminate this tense atmosphere, allow me to present to you my new function that I discovered last night. New function? Don't tell me. Is it flight? Can you fly? It's not a conventional function like that. It's far more practical and novel. What is this? You're not worthless. Nagito Makoto had the same talent as you and he defeated Junko. Yeah, that's true. But that's not what Nagito has done thus far. He's just fucked around, really. Now then, let's go. What? Behold! Nekomaru is crying? Hardly. I'm not crying. My right eye dispenses cola, and my left eye dispenses rooibos tea. How is that gonna help anything? What are you, a soda fountain? I know we'll be here all day if we keep commenting on every little thing you do. But what the hell was Monokuma thinking giving you a function like that? That guy, he's definitely fooling around. Monokuma's just toying with other people's bodies. I, too, was modified by Monokuma, so I totally understand how Nekomaru feels. But don't be depressed. You'll get used to it. It's surprising how quickly you'll get used to it. Oh gosh, I love Monami. She's so sweet. I get Byakuya promised not to let anyone die, but we'd be better off if he hadn't saved Nagito from Teru Teru. Yeah. Also, I don't even think that was the real Byakuya, because I remember at the beginning of the game it seemed like we got, like, put into a video game, and that hasn't left my mind. So I'm not convinced that this is even reality yet, until something happens. Don't go butting into our conversation all of a sudden. I'll kill you until you die from it, you stupid rabbit. That's extremely violent thing to say to someone. You showing up at this time means... Did you come to tell us that you've defeated another Mono Beast? Ta-da! You're correct. Once again, you can visit a new island, so please take this opportunity to get along with everyone. Everyone is unnecessarily mean to Monomi. I agree. Like, I understand why it ends up happening because of everything, really. But they're really mean, and it's like, Monomi didn't do this. This isn't what she wanted. It was Monokuma's fault. Like, come on. I ain't going. What a drag. Eh? Even if we go to the new island, it's not like we're gonna find a way to escape this place, right? Rather, I feel as though the opportunity to kill increases every time we go to a new island. So it might be best if we do not go. Eh? I don't know what you're planning, Fiend, but we're not going to fall for it. That's a misunderstanding. I was just...
Oh, jeez, how annoying. Just stay back and leave the rest to your big brother. I'll give you an example of how to lure these guys to you, little sis.
What are you doing? You're acting like we're allies or something. What?
I tell you to stay back.
This technique, it's impossible to defend against it or evade it.
Okay, I feel like that was supposed to be some kind of fucked up fan service, but alright. Finally, someone realizes this is... Finally, someone realizes this. No one realized it with the floors in DR1. What? I'm not sure I understand what you mean. There, now that... Oh, I need to do the voice. Hold on.
There, now that I've mopped up the annoying one. Okay, since you guys are feeling down in the dumps, I'll make you guys so excited your noses will bleed. Compared to the earlier investigations, I've prepared a special treat that's completely different than before.
Treat?
Oh, you took the bait? I guess it's true. If you want to get a shut-in out of their room, carrots work the best.
Who the fuck cares about that? Hurry up and tell us what the treat is.
It's an amazing treat. Don't wet your pants. Well, it's okay if you do, just don't spray it on me.
Oh god. I mean, with the opportunity to kill increasing with new areas unlocked. Oh, yeah.
I've prepared a bunch of stuff you guys might find interesting on the new island. Such as clues about the future foundation. Such as parts that may be useful for making a ship.
Are you for real?
And also your student profiles from your time at Hope's Peak Academy.
Huh?
So, do your best to explore. Take care.
Hey,
What should we do?
you know.
Our only option is to go, obviously. We might be able to go home if we have ship parts.
Yep.
I plan to go too. If there are clues about the Future Foundation, we need to make sure we see them.
Hajime.
What about you, Hajime? Of course you're going, right? If you look at your student profile, you might be able to find out what your shining talent is. It's a chance for you to clear any suspicions, right? What suspicions? I don't think anyone here doubts me.
What?
Ah, I see. But if there's a clue about my talent, I want to know what it is. I did like the plot twist with how DR1's Chapter 5 victim was already dead for a long time. Yeah, that was clever. The reason Hope's Peak Academy chose me, the talent I possess, these things matter to me. There's no way I'm not worried about it. It seems you've all prepared yourselves for the worst. That means we're gonna go, right? If everyone is going, I shall accompany you as well. But there's also a possibility that Monokuma set a trap. We should be careful where we step. Oh, excuse me. I can't stop thinking about that ancient ruin that might hold clues about the Future Foundation. But we should start exploring the new island. Hey, let's go! I have free reign again! Now, how the hell do I access certain shit again? I don't remember. Ah, this button. Okay, right. So I wanted to look at the report cards. Yeah, because I got Max friendship with Gundam, and then I was working on Peko and almost had it until, you know, she ultimately perished. But that's okay. And then I've been working on Nagito, I think, since then, here and there. That's kind of where it's been at. You can buy skills with hope fragments.
Since when?
I don't remember ever being able to do this. Attentive influence. Slightly increases the influence gauge. Effective during the class trial. Cannot be combined with envious influence. Lost in thought. Slightly increases the time limit for each phase. Oh, that would be kind of nice. Because I can be really stupid. Cool and composed. Slightly steadies your aim. Oh, that would also be nice. But it can't be combined with tranquility. Downshift, upshift, what? Reduces your aiming speed. Effective during non-stop debate in the improved Hangman's Gambit. I don't know if that's a good thing. That increases it, okay. Trigger happy. Decreases delay between firing truth bullets. I mean, I would like that. Also, it's called trigger happy, and I think that's cool. Algorithm. Increases the speed of memorizing a statement. Effective during the non-stop debate. Neural liberation. Focus gauge decreases at a slower rate during concentration and fever time. Effective during the non-stop debate, the Hangman's Gambit, and the panic talk action. Melodious voice. Increases damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Sure. Ambidextrousness. Allows you to lock on to 2 statements at once. Oh, I mean, that'd be convenient. Clock up? Oh, it increases max speed. Sure. Now I only have 4 points left, so that's gonna limit me a bit. Cannot be combined with Fine Sword. Okay. Increases turning power. Increases jumping power. Yeah, let's do that one. Then I don't think I have many options after that. Yeah. Okay. So that's gonna be all my skills. At least for now. Now I gotta figure out where the fuck I'm going. We have a pet. I need to check on that. I need to clean up after it, probably. Yeah, I have a pig. I don't know why it's a pig. I could not tell you the answer for that. Okay, interesting. Yeah, let's give you that, I guess. There. We'll see what happens with the pet after that. Central Island. I think that's where I need to go. And then I forget how many islands there actually are. But I think this is the last one that we would unlock, I think. Not sure though. Okay, so it's the 4th one, and we have the 5th one that we still have to do. Okay. I wasn't sure, because I don't remember a lot of shit. I did like the plot. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I already read that. Okay. The Mono Beast that was blocking this bridge has disappeared all of a sudden. I've been wondering this for a while, but how is something as pathetic as Monomi able to defeat a Mono-Beast? I mean, there's the minigame that you can play, but because I don't understand the controls, I just was like, okay, never mind, I'm not gonna play it. No, it'd just be a waste of time to think about something like that. It's useless to think about things that are a waste of time. I've learned that much during my time here. Here we go, 4th island. As I walked across the bridge, I started to see the scenery on the new island on the other side. Wait. I don't remember there being an amusement park. What the fuck? It looks like Disney Castle. It's like this whole island is one giant amusement park. It looks fun, amazing, exciting, thrilling. Yeah. I do like the Monokuma train. Like, you see that, right? The Monokuma train? I'd want to ride that. What the fuck, though? I don't remember there being a goddamn amusement park. That was Usami's. That was her house until she got changed into Monomi. And it got destroyed. Shit to me? You see that? It says shit to me on the door! What the fuck? There's a creepy looking building that doesn't seem like it belongs in an amusement park. Is it supposed to be a haunted house? I don't really understand it, but this island certainly feels festive. If Yoko and Ibuki were here, they would have definitely enjoyed this. Yeah, they would have. Ah, fuck. What the hell is wrong with this island? Why is this here when they're forcing us to kill each other? This is in such bad taste. I mean, I agree. The sign at the top of the building definitely says horror house, but it's like whatever building used to be here was converted into a haunted house or something. That's because it was. Ever since he took away my magic stick, Monokuma has been doing whatever he pleases. I've been reduced to the role of an unwanted child. My influence is weaker than it's ever been. And not just that, look what he did to my house. This is too much. There's nothing good about this at all. If this keeps up, history will remember me as the greatest character to ever become a one-shot punchline. Hajime, you are here? You didn't notice until now. How terrible of me as your teacher to cry in front of one of my students. That haunted house over there, is that your house? It was, but Monokuma kept bullying me and it ended up like this. It was supposed to be cute. My house was supposed to be cute. You can't. I understand that you're interested, but you can't go inside. Even teachers have a private side that their students aren't allowed to see. Also, you're a boy of a certain age. If you come inside, I'll make sure I leave the door open halfway. Otherwise, my mommy won't shut up about it. That's... okay. What am I saying? It's just a what-if scenario, okay? Anyway, this is Monomi's house, and it's safe to say that we're not allowed inside. So it's a waste of time to stay here any longer. I should hurry and go somewhere else. Pretty much. Okay. I'm not going to the castle yet. There's a roller coaster. Too bad I stream in Spanish. Hello. How are you? There's even a roller coaster here. Well, obviously, since it's an amusement park.
Too bad! It's still under maintenance. The ride isn't intense enough yet, so I'm in the middle of powering it up like crazy.
I don't think you need to do that. It's not like anyone's going to ride this anyway.
Now, don't say that. I also prepared a prize for you.
You're planning to bait us with a prize. Again.
Anyway, please enjoy the other attractions first. I'll make sure I finish the maintenance by then.
Okay, fine. Oh, nice. If you I should be able to raid you. I think I'd have to find you. Because I can't remember if I follow or not. But, yeah, if I'm still streaming by the time you start, then I'll see if I can raid you. Yahoo! A roller coaster! Roller coasters are the only reason to go to amusement parks. There's nothing like a good thrill ride. Apparently it's still under maintenance, but I'll be first in line to ride it as soon as it's fixed. Okay then. So maybe I should visit the castle then. I thought I'd visit it last, but if I'm supposed to visit the roller coaster last, then fuck it, we're going to the castle. Oh yeah, it has. Oh, where am I going? I totally wasn't paying attention. I think I still need to mess around with applying it, because I think I forgot. I meant to do it, and then I forgot. ADHD. Love it. Nezumi Castle. There's a Monokuma! The amusement park's castle. It's mouse-themed. There's a lot of different things I could say about this building, but I probably shouldn't say anything at all. Goodiest of luck. Oh, thanks. You too. Ah! What? Mice are the only thing I can't handle. Who cares? You too? You don't like mice either?
Well, we're siblings after all. No, not mice. I don't like them. No, not mice. They're gonna chew through my ears.
What a couple of loudmouths. I feel like my stress level just keeps rising around them. I mean, it's a good thing that they don't like mice, maybe? I don't know. Oh, it's a balloon Monokuma! I haven't found all the stickers yet, so I'm gonna have to look around more closely and see what I can find. Hey, are you okay? There's a strange mechanical sound coming from your body. Now, I guess it's okay, since he's a robot. It makes sense that he makes mechanical noises now. That sound means I'm feeling emotionally charged right now. I see. Your body makes noises based on your feelings. Okay. Just now, I have activated a new function. A new function? Is it flight? Can you finally fly? Now then, prepare yourself.
I'm able to sense the passage of time. I don't even need to look at clocks anymore. Whether it's training, meals, or baths, there's no doubt this feature is useful in a variety of situations.
She comes out of your chest. What are you, cuckoo clock?
These are very useless functions. Okay, I need to take off the mask now, because my face is getting sweaty. Okay, there. That was fun while it lasted, though. A cuckoo clock? Don't compare me to one of those everyday clocks. This is a highly efficient radio clock. Radio clock? It's a type of clock that receives radio signals so it can automatically update the time at fixed intervals. Simply put, it's an extremely accurate clock. Excuse me. That's gonna become important later, probably, hence why they're mentioning it. That's right, it's a clock that will never slow down. It's even designed so that it cannot be adjusted. I have become a Time Lord. Well, even if it's an accurate clock, they didn't need to install it inside your body. What are you saying? I don't need to wear a wristwatch ever again. There's nothing more useful than this. That Monokuma, he's definitely toying with people's bodies. Hey, I was just wondering. Is a mere human going to offer his opinion to me, an overlord? Fascinating. Fascinating, you fiend. I'll play your game, you rogue. Come tell me. Try to satisfy my 4 dark divas of destruction. That's right. Those hamsters could probably pass for mice, right? So maybe you can defeat Monokuma and Monomi with your hamsters? I already told you, hamsters are merely their temporary form. A fiend like you is incapable of imagining what would happen once they shed their transient guises. Ignorance is horrendous. That's why it's only interesting to converse with humans once in a while. He gave some roundabout excuse that makes no sense, but my guess is he doesn't want to put them in danger. Pretty much. This building is full of dangerous areas. I feel like I should say something about it. Wow, what a coincidence. I was just thinking the same thing. Well, no matter how fancy it is, it's got nothing on Miss Sonia's castle. After all, she's the real deal. Miss Sonia is a 100% pure princess who lives in a 100% pure castle. Yeah, don't talk so confidently about a castle you've never seen before. Dear Lord. Huh? It's locked.
Maybe a bunch of mice are pressed up against the other side of the door.
Just thinking about it is too awful.
No, not mice!
No, not mice. They're gonna chew through my ears. Anyway, it looks like we can't go in here. Noted. Eventually we should be able to go in there, but don't ask me what's in there, because I've got no fucking idea. I don't remember there being an amusement park at all, so... And we have a funhouse. With the train. I like the train. Of course you're here. It's like a building out of a fairy tale, minus the creepy looking train. I don't really understand this concept. What kind of attraction is this supposed to be? It's supposed to be a cute looking train, but the design totally ruins it.
Rawr, welcome to the funhouse!
Funhouse?
With this train I'm conducting, I shall take you all to the funhouse.
Your body will be crushed asunder by then.
Then there's no way I'm riding that thing.
Roar, roar, roar! You'd never be able to ride it anyway. You know, in order to go to the funhouse, all you guys have to ride this train.
All of us?
If you want to try to go to the funhouse, you gotta assemble everyone here.
Your body will be crushed asunder by then.
This obviously smells fishy. This is clearly a trap. I've decided I'm never going to ride this thing. Oh right, I think it's time I headed over to the roller coaster. Where are we supposed to find clues about the Future Foundation in an amusement park? How about you? Did you find anything? Like your school profile, maybe? I hate you. That's the train. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. I know. I know. It's... I didn't mean to click the train. Is there nothing else? I guess. I just have to go to the roller coaster. Okay, roller coaster it is. Everybody here? Hey, want to know something cool? According to Monokuma, we'll all get a treat if we ride that roller coaster together. I'm not riding that thing. Didn't I tell you? I get crazy carsick.
Welcome. Welcome to the main attraction of this amusement park, the Great Ultra Delicious Coaster.
Is it really true that we'll get a prize for riding this?
Sure thing.
What's the prize?
Aw, no, that's the surprise for after you ride this.
Hey, do we really have to ride this thing together?
Didn't I tell you already? All those ears are those ears for decoration?
No, I'm not gonna do it. Now, it's gonna be fine. Thrill rides are sweet. Everyone who likes them always says that, but I already know that they're not fun at all. But there's a possibility that the prize is gonna be those ship parts, you know? That might be true, but... Might I ask, where will this ride take us? It won't take us anywhere. It's just gonna circle around and come back here. What is the meaning behind that? You fiend, have you never gone to an amusement park? I am embarrassed to say that we do not have these in my country. I see. I've only gone to an amusement park once during my childhood. But it was an amusement park in hell filled with man-eating demons. Okay. Huh? There are amusement parks in hell? I've never heard of such a thing. By all means, please allow me to accompany you next time. Don't do it, Miss Sonia. That guy has a habit of lying. The entrance fee is the blood of a virgin. I shall offer up your blood as tribute. Oh, that is a shame. It seems my blood cannot be used as the entrance fee. Huh? Wait, does that mean Miss Sonia? Hey, everyone. It's just going to be a waste of time if we stand around like this. Why don't we just try riding it? Hold on. Why do we have to just try riding it? Nekomaru, can I leave this to you? Leave it to me! Stop it! Stop it! Please, let me go! Let me go! But despite his desperate struggling, Kazuichi got stuffed into the roller coaster.
All aboard the great ultra delicious coaster!
With Monokuma's shout, the roller coaster took off at maximum speed.
What overwhelming G-force! Feels like all the screws in my body are gonna fly off! Be still, my heart!
This is so much fun.
Poor Kazuichi.
Alright, we've arrived. How was it? Wasn't that fun?
So it's finally over. That was a little too intense. Hey, let's go on it one more time. I agree, once more. No freaking way. Hey, more importantly, where's our treat?
Oh yeah, right. Here you go. The treat is a file.
Huh? The symbol. It's the same symbol that's on the door of the ancient ruin. If so, this file must be a file from the Future Foundation. Will we be able to find out who they are if we look at this? Is it alright if I check inside?
Sure thing. Do whatever you like.
We gathered around Nagito as he received the file, and stared at him intensely as he carefully turned the pages. Oh, it's all about Danganronpa 1! Hope's Peak Academy ironically became the site for the killing school life. The mastermind behind the plan locked the students inside the academy and forced them to kill each other. The students who were pushed to their limit eventually reached a state of heightened paranoia, and that's how the killing began. The killings committed by those students lasted several days, but at a certain point the curtain suddenly fell. A group of students united and staged a counterattack against the mastermind who paid with their life. With this, the 6 students who survived were able to escape the academy. Hey, aren't these photos on the left photos of the 6 people who survived? Then what does this mean? Why is he in this photo? I looked down at where Nagito was pointing. Huh? He was much thinner, as if he was an entirely different person, but he looked exactly like someone we knew. The ultimate affluent progeny, Byakuya Togami. He looked exactly like him, the first victim on this island. This definitely looks like Byakuya. Why is Byakuya's photo in here? What does it mean? Like, what's this killing school trip that they're talking about? It looks like the killings were involved in resemble this set of killings that happened before. Okay, I understand. It looks like the killings we're involved in resemble this set of killings that happened before. And that took place inside Hope's Peak Academy. Hold on, did these fucked up killings actually happen inside the Hope's Peak Academy? That's not possible. There's no way the teachers or the police would let that happen. However, what if the Future Foundation, World Ender, was the one who initiated this? It was World Ender, but it wasn't Future Foundation. Future Foundation was formed after they survived and escaped. World Ender was the organization that they were fighting against, if I remember, or something. You mean that organization was the one who took over Hope's Peak Academy then? That's not possible. How stupid. If Byakuya were still alive, we would have been able to learn the details of this. How unfortunate. I keep seeing a Monokuma and I need to grab it because it's probably a sticker. However, we lost our memories, correct? That should have applied to Byakuya as well. Also, Byakuya never said a word about such a past actually existing. Well, he was killed before he could. So he became the first victim before he could tell us about any of this? Ah, perhaps that's what Byakuya was planning to talk to me about. I cannot talk to others about my past. I suspect that my skeptical nature is partly to blame, distrusting others and being distrusted in return. For a long time, my life has been a living hell. Was he specifically referring to this killing school life? Anyway, as long as Byakuya is no longer with us, we have no choice but to ask Monokuma. How does the killing school life that occurred at Hope's Peak Academy relate to this island?
The only thing I can say is, all the answers are in your school memories that were taken away.
Then give them back. Give those memories back to us.
No, the Future Foundation took your memories and I can't do anything about it in my current state.
Regardless, it's unforgivable. I will never forgive those who tried to trample Hope. They should all be destroyed. Ugh, this isn't making any sense again. How fucking annoying. Whatever, man. Let me go back home. Where the hell are the ship parts?
Oh, who knows? They should be somewhere on this island.
Sounds as though Byakuya really let himself go after the first game. And that's only if that was the real Byakuya, but I have reason to believe that it's not. Like, I don't believe any of this is reality, because the way that we started this game was it seemed like we were going into a video game. So it would make sense if they created Byakuya in this video game virtual world in order to confuse everybody. So I'm not convinced that that's really Byakuya, like, at all. I've searched this island once through, but I did not find ship parts anywhere. No, the funhouse should still be left. Based on what I've heard, it seems we cannot access it unless we're all gathered together, correct?
Ding ding, correct! That's right, the treats you can't find yet are all hidden inside the funhouse.
Then the ship parts should be there too, right? No, not just the ship parts. If he means all the treats, that also includes our Hope's Peak Academy student profiles, which means a clue about my talent should be there too. It might be a trap. It might be a trap, but... Sounds as though... Oh, yeah, never mind, I read that. But it's like we're already caught in a trap. Then, everyone, let's go. Let's try going to the funhouse.
However,
I see. Is that really alright? The funhouse is that creepy-looking building, right? But we have no other choice. I mean, we might be able to obtain the ship parts if we go there. And learn the secret of Hajime's talent, too. Fine, I think we should listen to Hajime and head over to the funhouse as well.
Hoo-hoo-hoo, looks like you guys have decided. I have things to prepare, so I'll be going first. I'll see you later.
I'm not really on board with this idea, but if everyone says they're gonna go, I guess I have no choice. I guess I have to go with everyone. Plunging yourself into a trap is an act of sheer madness. That's what makes it truly interesting. Then it's decided. Maybe it's because we were shown a new mystery from that Future Foundation file, but I was panicking. I couldn't keep still after being forced to see more mysteries that didn't make sense. I felt like I didn't even care if it was a trap. And because of that panic, I completely forgot. Monokuma's traps are always far beyond our imagination. I completely forgot about that. I don't want to go on the train yet. I want to get my sticker. Let me go get my sticker. Fuck you. I just need to get on this train, right?
Well, there's really no need to be cautious. It's not like it's gonna speed up, drop, fly, or anything else.
I'm gonna believe you this time, so you better be telling the truth. Alright, let's go. As soon as we all stepped on, the small train started slowly moving and went inside the dim tunnel.
ladies and gentlemen, this train is heading toward the funhouse. Allow me to guide you all to the world of surprises on this train that runs toward glory. Please be careful of where you step. Also, it's dangerous to stand up all of a sudden. Well, it's not like you have time to do that.
Is this gas? This is definitely.
As soon as that white smoke surrounded us, our bodies started to feel soft, like mollusks. Our brains felt like they were starting to melt into a puddle of mush, and in the end, we lost consciousness. Now where the fuck am I? Oh wait, no, we're in the fun house, which means I can't go back to the roller coaster and get the sticker until we figure out how to get out of here. No. Ugh. Ugh. When I woke up, I was someplace that didn't make sense. It was clearly a place I've never seen before. My sense of reality was still hazy, so I wasn't able to react right away. Where is this? However, when I looked over at Nekomaru standing tall in a wide stance, my sense of reality felt even hazier. Man, I slept good. Huh? Where are we? What the hell is this? Voices expressing surprise and confusion began to surround me, one after another. It seems that the others started to wake up as well. Why was I sleeping at a place like this? Oh well, I should go back to sleep for a little longer. No, don't! You seriously can't do that!
What did you do to me?
I assume that this was that gas's doing. That gas we were forced to breathe right after the train started moving. It must have knocked us all out. And then we were brought here, huh?
I see.
In that case, this must be the interior of the funhouse.
Welcome! Welcome to Strawberry House!
Strawberry House? Isn't this the funhouse?
Of course it's the fun house. Strawberry House is a part of the fun house.
A part, you say?
Now then, allow me to explain already. This is Strawberry House in its entirety. You are currently at the indoor park, located on the 3rd floor. As you can see, there's a lot of playground equipment with strawberry designs. How fancy! Now then, next is the 2nd floor. There's a lounge that's perfect for freshening up, and I've prepared 5 guest rooms that are lined up like boom! The guest rooms are divided up by quality grade. The deluxe room is soundproof. It has excellent air insulation. The standard room may have so-so insulation, but it's still pretty decent. And the crummy room has severe airflow and draft problems. That concludes my explanation of the 2nd floor. Last but not least, the 1st floor of Strawberry House. On this floor, there's a room called the Final Dead Room that's all like boom! You can enter the Final Dead Room at any time, but be extra cautious when you pick the difficulty setting. On the same floor, there's a hallway called Strawberry Hall, and when you pass through it, there's a truly strange, enormous tower standing tall with a boom boom! It's called Strawberry Tower. Please use your own 2 feet to get a feel for what the inside of Strawberry Tower is like. This concludes the tour, but I think it was difficult to understand with my wordy explanation, so you should all use your own 2 feet to explore the inside of the building. That's all from me. Any questions?
Hell yeah, we have questions, obviously.
Really? What's your question, really?
To bring us to a place like this, what are you planning to make us do this time? That's right, I have a lot of questions, but let's start with that one first.
Didn't I explain it to you? This is the motive this time. An escape game!
Escape game?
The concept this time is a closed circle within a closed circle. Like Hopespeak Academy back then, this fun house is a completely closed space. There's only one way to get out of this closed space building. When the killing begins, I'll let you guys out when the next killing happens. Yo ho ho, let the escape game begin!
Huh? Oh shit, they actually had the voice actor say that. That's cool.
Damn it.
We can't get out of here till the next killing happens?
This is trouble.
I knew this was a trap, but I never expected it to be so straightforward.
How foolish of me.
If only I'd erected a magic barrier, I wouldn't have had to breathe in that gas. I let my guard down and ended up falling asleep. Like, why would gas even work on a robot? That's supposed to be when you make your move. Gas shouldn't pose a problem, but if they activate my sleep mode, even I won't stand a chance. Sleep mode. That's right, it's a cutting-edge function that puts my other functions to sleep even if I have insomnia. Just press the goodnight button on the back of my neck and I'll be forced to enter sleep mode. What's the point of that function? Didn't I just tell you? It puts my other functions to sleep even if I have insomnia. Do you even need to sleep? In order to awaken from sleep mode, I just need to set the alarm in my chest. It's all possible with just one touch. Damn, he's not even listening.
He probably wants to live like humans as much as he can, such is the sad nature of robotic organisms. At any rate, Monokuma sure stuffed him with a lot of useless functions. Anyway, Mekumaru must have lost consciousness because his button was pressed. What a blunder. He must have taken advantage of that white smoke and went around me. I'll never let that happen ever again.
Hey, hey.
For now, why don't we look for the exit? Exit? Is there even an exit? I mean, if there was, this wouldn't be a closed space, right? It'd make Monokuma's motive meaningless. What are you giving up for, dumbass? If we were brought inside this place, then there's definitely an exit out somewhere.
Amazing.
Amazing. A heart that refuses to give up until the very end. That must be hope. Yes, I understand. Then let's explore the inside of this building with that map we got.
Well,
But exploring on your own is too dangerous. It might be better if we team up with someone.
Damn right.
Then, Akane, you come with me. Oh, that's an unusual combo. Could this guy be... It's nothing like that, idiot. There's just something I want to talk to her about. I don't mind. Whatever's fine. Wow, when you two stand right next to each other, there's a noticeable height difference. Drop it, bastard!
You.
Hey, if we're gonna go, let's hurry up and go.
Damn right.
Alright, then we'll go on ahead first. With those parting words, the two of them left the area.
Miss Sonia.
Well, Miss Sonia, I guess it's time we also... Sonia already left with Gundam. Huh? Aw, you got duped. Or dumped. Idiot, I didn't get dumped. Why would I get dumped? In fact, I'm really popular. That's obviously not true.
Now then.
I think it's time for me to get going too, so... Chiaki, would you like to go together?
huh?
Me?
Yep.
I haven't really had a chance to talk to you, so I thought this would be a great opportunity.
For now.
Then take me with you too. 3 people is okay, right?
Huh?
Huh? That's fine, but... Oh, I get it. Kazuichi's trying to avoid Hajime. Huh? What are you talking about? Avoid Hajime? It's nothing like that. What do you mean?
Well.
Call it a hunch, but maybe Kazuichi can't stop thinking about it, you know? The possibility that you're the traitor. What? I just said what Kazuichi was feeling.
I mean.
Well, you know, the truth is we don't know anything about you, so it's not my fault if I don't trust you. What does that mean? We've been together this whole time and you still don't know who I am? Like that matters. It's not like I know the real you. Just like how we didn't know anything about Mikan. The real me? And the only reason we're here is because you were the one who suggested we go to the funhouse, right? Are you saying I lured you guys here? Why would I do that? It's not that far-fetched, you know. I'm sorry, Hajime. I really do want to trust you, but I just can't yet. That's why I'm going with Chiaki. It's not like I want to go with Nagito either. But you're saying Nagito's more trustworthy than me. What the hell? Damn it, why did this happen?
Yep.
If that's the case, it is what it is. Why don't you come along with us, Kazuichi? But it's fine, Chiaki. Just go.
Yep.
Got it. I'll see you later. With that, Kazuichi, Chiaki, and Nagito all left together to explore the area. I guess we're the leftovers. Looks like we're not very well liked. It's not like complaining about it will change anything. We're just a traitor and a robot after all. I'm not the traitor. Oh, that's right. My apologies. Well then, Hajime. Let's show everyone else the value in leftovers. Let's magnificently find the exit with our very own hands. If we do that, it will solve everything. When people stop trusting you, it seriously sucks. Oh yeah, 100%. Let's magnificently find the exit with our very own hands. Okay. In that case. There's a lot of different types of flowers blooming in the garden. Looks like there are sunflowers, but I guess there aren't any strawberries. Yeah, that's a little weird. Monokuma said that this open area is apparently an indoor park. As expected of Strawberry House, the playground equipment scattered about has a strawberry theme. Of course, I'm not a kid who'd be amused by something like this. Besides, I don't have time to play anyway. No matter where I look, every area is decorated with strawberry patterns. I don't hate strawberries, but if these patterns continue, I might start to get sick of them. According to Monokuma's map, the only thing on the 3rd floor is the park we're currently at. Then it looks like I don't have any business on this floor. Just so you know, Hajime, let me know whenever you're feeling thirsty. Is he talking about his soda fountain? I don't really want to drink anything that comes out of his eyes. Yeah, that's a little grotesque. According to the map, there should be guest rooms and the lounge on the 2nd floor.
Alright, I shall go explore the guest rooms. The lounge is all you. Yeah, got it. So that's this way. Why is there giant furniture? So this is the lounge. This is also completely covered in strawberries. It's going to be difficult to relax here. I guess for now I should look for things I might be able to use. There's an old portrait hanging on the wall. Why would there be a portrait in a place like this? It seems very out of place. Also, the placard on this portrait. Hope's Peak Academy founder, Izuru Kamukura. Why would a portrait of someone as important as the founder of Hope's Peak Academy be in a place like this? Also, this name. It's so hard to pronounce. Thanks to the wall clock, I know what time it is, but knowing the time isn't going to help things. How meaningless to think this savage tone would confuse me. I have waited for you, invading Black Dragon, Champi. Exert your strength to your heart's content. I shall wait until Champi returns with his report. He has such skillful control over his hamsters. He might really be able to communicate with them. This place is supposed to be a lounge, but it seems I may not be able to calm myself and relax in here. Seriously, I thought the amusement park was in bad taste, but this is even worse. I agree. Monokuma's eccentric taste would shock even an Indian. Shock an Indian? What the... I don't even know what to say to that. Ah, there's a telephone. The fact that there's a phone in this building is clearly suspicious. Will I be able to call somewhere with this? When I walked toward the telephone, I immediately noticed it. What is this? Instead of numbered buttons, there's just a single button with a grape image on it. Why grapes? Why not strawberries? Well, for now, I'll give it a press. Ah, sounds like it's connecting to somewhere. But no one's picking up. What a mysterious device. It may be used for summoning rituals. A novice shouldn't carelessly touch it. It's probably not that dangerous. Aside from the button, it looks like any other regular telephone. But it doesn't work like a normal telephone, and I don't even know where it was connecting to. Geez, what's going on? My 4 Dark Divas of Destruction are investigating the area, but it seems there's nothing of note to report. Why have you given up? There may still be something on this floor we have not searched yet. Yeah, you're right. It's still too soon to give up. Good. I leave this matter to your discretion. Alright, I should try exploring the first floor I haven't seen yet. I kind of want to look at the guest rooms. Why are you standing around here? Weren't you going to check out the guest rooms? Well, it seems that the standard room over there is already occupied. Occupied? I should go explore another place first. That's the deluxe room. Can I go in there? Oh, I can. Okay. The fuck? Yeah, monitor, yeah. But that's a skull, and, like, it's covered in candy. Is there, like, anything I can click on that's even remotely interesting? No? Okay, then I'm piecing the fuck out. Is the other one gonna be the same? It's almost the exact same. The main difference is the strawberries up there. However, I never expected we'd lose 3 people during my absence. Yeah, Hyoko and Ibuki. Those 2 were quite the noisy bunch. It's as if a fire was smothered, and I cannot believe Mikan was the one who murdered them. That's why, no matter what shape you're in, we're all extremely happy that you came back to us. Then I must live up to everyone's expectations. As long as I'm here, I will not tolerate any more victims. I won't allow it. Yeah, you're... I mean, I don't know. I feel like you're gonna not be one of the survivors. I don't know how that's gonna work. Yeah, it does sound like someone's in there. Who is in there? Oh. Hey, what'd you want to talk about? Well, you know, I'm sure you don't want to hear this since I caused a similar incident. And I already know that a guy like me has no right to say this to you, but when I look at you, I just have to say something.
What?
Then spit it out.
Hey.
You don't need to act so stubborn, you know, because I know what you're going through.
Huh?
The only reason you're standing here right now is because someone sacrificed himself for you. You feel guilty about that, isn't that right?
Like,
Hey, what are you talking about? So you don't want to be honest about it, huh? Well, I understand that feeling too.
you?
Seriously, what the hell are you talking about?
So,
But like he said, it's better to just be alive. It might hurt to look at his painful appearance right now, but you're much better off because at least he's still alive. I mean, for me... Sorry.
Huh?
Oh, are you crying?
I...
Right now, I feel very grateful to her, but I can't tell her that anymore.
So...
But you're different, so... Make sure you tell him how grateful you are.
Huh?
Wait, so what are you trying to say again? I quietly left the guest room so they wouldn't notice me. But there's a sticker! There's a sticker! Give me the sticker. Fuyuhiko took the time to talk to her, but it looks like Akane didn't really understand the conversation. Well, she is a bit special. We're never gonna get out of here. We'll figure it out. This is a very shabby room. He was not fucking around. Like, fuck. That is shabby. I bet the other room is probably gonna be the same, so there's probably no point in me looking, but fuck it. I'm looking. Yeah. Yeah, I thought so. Alright, cool. I want the stickers. Give me the stickers. I saw them, so like, give them to me, man. Okay, so we have bathrooms. There wasn't anything terribly important on the 3rd or 2nd floor, but that doesn't mean there's nothing here. I should look around thoroughly. This building is peculiar. Look at the inside of this bathroom. I can't take a peaceful shit like this. Preventing me from taking a good shit. This house is certainly defective. Oh, God. Alright. Everyone is a symbol of hope. They're all completely different compared to a quitter like me. I'm terribly sorry that someone like me is forced to be with everyone like this. Shut up, Nagito, you good-for-nothing... Ugh. What happened? Did you get tired again? No, I was just thinking, why strawberry? Huh? Why is that? Personally, I think tangerines are totally fine too, or even fruits like peaches and apples. Yeah, any of those fruits would have been fine.
Hey.
Then why strawberry? Who knows? Such a mystery. Yeah. What was that conversation just now? I don't know, okay? And there's an elevator, and it has a grape button. So, I'm gonna go into the final dead room. This door looks like it gives off a different vibe compared to everything else. The final dead room?
Allow me to explain.
The final dead room is a challenge given to you by Headmaster Monokuma. Only those who win the life-threatening game that occurs in this room will be able to reach the Octagon, the fabled holy land where the ultimate weapon sleeps. Now then, if you're feeling heroic and you're willing to risk your life to continue living, you should challenge the final dead room.
A life-threatening game? What the hell is that? Did he just say I can obtain the ultimate weapon if I win? How stupid. Who the hell's gonna do that? Can I go in there? No. Fuck. I want the ultimate weapon. I would absolutely take that. Thank you. I see. So this is Strawberry Hall. It seems this place is also filled with strawberries. What a creepy looking hallway. As I recall, Strawberry Tower is on the other side of this door, right? According to the map, that's correct. However, this order is all wrong. It obviously makes more sense to finish investigating the first floor before going on to other areas. I get it. Why don't you don't need to raise your voice so suddenly. It's bad for my heart. Is that sarcasm toward me for having no heart? There's no way I'm going to let that bring me down. You seriously don't feel down, huh? So you're not going to let me go through there unless I investigate the elevator first? Fine. Ah, isn't this an elevator? But that's weird. The only stairs are between this building's second and third floor. Does this mean there's a basement? There's a button next to the door. A grape image. It's the same as the button on the lounge telephone. What will happen if I press this? And so, without really thinking about it, I tried pressing that button, but it's not reacting at all. Is it out of order? I don't really get it, but looks like this elevator isn't usable. What is it, Hajime? Did you find something? That final dead room place sounds suspicious, but going inside might be a little dangerous. Monokuma did mention a life-threatening game. It's not even worth playing if all you get after winning is a weapon. Now then, the others should be at Strawberry Tower at the far back of Strawberry Hall. Let's get going already. Okay, fine. Wait, was Kazuichi there the whole fucking time? But what? Is there anything you want to say to me? No, nothing. The possibility isn't zero. I do think that it's extremely close to zero, but it's never going to be zero, no matter what. I'm sorry, Hajime. Yeah, fuck you too, Kazuichi. According to the map, Strawberry Tower is on the other side of this door. There's no doorknob? There's no way we can open the door like this. Maybe you just have to press the button that's next to the door? You know, the one that has open written on it? I wonder what that means. It's funny, it's spelled just like the word open. Wait, seriously? Anyway, I just have to press this button then? Nekomaru raised his right arm and vigorously slammed the button more times than he needed to. And there's a grape door. So this is Strawberry Tower, huh? The building is shaped like a huge circle, plus the ceiling is so high I can't really make it out. Geez, more of these bright red decorations. What terrible taste. Well, with a name like Strawberry Tower, I guess the terrible decorations are intentional. That's right, this is Strawberry Tower, right? Then why? Why do I see something that doesn't match the strawberry theme at all? There's a huge door at the far back of the tower, but there's a grape image on it. I thought this was Strawberry Tower? Wait, this image. Doesn't it match the one on the lounge phone and also the one we found near the first floor elevator? Perhaps this door might be the exit. Huh? Exit? Take a look at the map we received from Monokuma. There's a door at the far back of Strawberry Tower, but nothing is drawn on the other side of that door. Now, doesn't this mean that the exit is on the other side of this door? Therefore, we must try to confirm it by opening this door. Nekomaru let out a battle cry, grabbed the doorknob tightly with both hands, and attempted to pry the door open. However... What does this mean? The doorknob won't budge not even one bit! Is it locked? Well, shit, it appears to be locked tight. In that case, I shall use my full power! Whoa! With a fierce roar, Nekomaru put all his power into grabbing the doorknob with both hands, but... Not yet. Here it comes. The incredible strength of 1 million horsepower. Wait, isn't it creaking? If you break off the doorknob, we'll be stuck in here. That would be bad. So, shouldn't we discuss this with everyone else first before you attempt to force your way through? You have a point. Very well then. Even though the door would have opened soon, I'll give it a rest. Then let's go back to Strawberry House and discuss this with everyone. If they'll listen to what I have to say, that is. Yeah, fair point. Is it just me, or does it seem rowdy by the elevator over there? Did something happen? Let's find out. Hi, Monokuma.
Yo! How are you guys doing? Were you able to get a general Were you able to get a general idea of Strawberry House's side?
Strawberry House's side? That's a strange thing to say. It sounds like there are other buildings.
That's why there's this thing called a contact elevator.
Contact elevator, you say? Excuse me.
Even though it's an elevator, it's a big mistake to think that moves vertically. This is an elevator that travels along a rail, so even moving horizontally is as easy as pie.
Then does this elevator go to a different building?
That's right, to Grape House.
Grape House?
The Fun House is an enormous building that's made up of other buildings. Well, we can worry about the details when we get to Grape House. I'll be going ahead.
I don't really get it, but he just wanted to tell us to go to Grape House this time, right? And that we must ride that elevator, right?
Are we screwed?
What should we do? Ha! We just have to go for it. The only way we can overcome this situation is to make a move.
I mean...
But still, you know... What, you scared? Oh, hell no. Why are you saying that in front of Miss Sonia? Fine, I'll fucking go. Huh, I'm not scared at all. Well, I don't have it as bad as Kazuichi, but I do have a bad feeling about this. But we can't just stand here and do nothing. Alright, let's go. When I pressed the grate button next to the door, it immediately opened. I wanted to get the stickers. I'm not getting stickers, guys. I've seen them, but I'm not getting them. And I'm getting a little... I want to get them. So I better have a moment where I can grab these goddamn stickers, I swear to God. We stepped onto the elevator, and off we went to Grape House. Oh god, I don't like it. Why does it look like puzzle pieces? I don't like that. Is this already moving? If so, that'd be awesome. I mean, it's not vibrating at all, right? This is probably a really high-performance elevator if it's not vibrating all that much. Maybe it's not actually moving. Alright, let's open the door and make sure. You cannot. That is too dangerous. After staying inside the vibration-free elevator, eventually the door in front of us suddenly opened. It appears we've arrived at our destination. The fuck? So, this is Grape House. No matter where I look, everything is plastered with grape patterns. I was already fed up with the strawberry patterns, but this is also unpleasant.
Okay, welcome to Grape House. Now then, allow me to explain the Grape House. Ta-da! This is Grape House in its entirety.
So,
So, let's start explaining the first floor. Ahem! Aside from the fact that there's no final dead room, it's basically no different than Strawberry House. Just like how there's a Strawberry Hall over there, there's a Grape Hall on this side. And when you go through Grape Hall, that means there's a Grape Tower. The second floor of Grape House is the same as the second floor of Strawberry House. I've prepared 5 guest rooms of different types, along with a relaxing lounge. But the main attraction of Grape House is obviously the third floor. The Monokuma Archive! Everyone loves the Monokuma Archive! If you want to know about my proud accomplishments and contributions, feel free to study the literature here. Now then, this concludes the tour, but I believe it'd be difficult to understand if I just explain with words. So, you should all use your own 2 feet to check out the inside of the building. That's all from me. Any questions?
like, I'm starting to get hungry. Where's the food, anyway?
Huh? Is that necessary?
Well, what are you saying? Of course it is.
But it's supposed to be an escape game. So how can there be any tension if there's no time limit? So, I decided to use your stomachs as the time limit.
What do you mean?
Well, simply put, it means kill someone before you starve to death.
What the heck?
Hoo-hoo-hoo, if you're planning to kill someone, I highly recommend you make your kill as soon as possible. It'll be too late if you get so weak you have no energy to kill.
Hey, hold on. Starve? Damn it, how much more of this do we have to take until he's satisfied? Was he serious about there being no food? No way, that's the one thing I don't want. I don't mind starving as long as I can eat. Just let me eat already. As soon as she learned there was no food, she was overcome by hunger. Obsessions are truly annoying. But at least try to stay calm. Now's not the time for you to panic. Well, being loud here isn't going to help us, so for now we should explore the inside of this building, too. After all, if you don't give up, you're sure to find hope. Isn't that right, Fuyuhiko? Yeah, that's right. Then let's get started. The same pairing as before is fine, right? Hold on, this time around I really want to pair up with Miss Sonia. She already left with Gundam. Looks like you're being avoided, not just rejected. Kazuichi, I understand that you're feeling down, but we better get going. Akane, you too. How much longer are you gonna stay shocked? Come on, let's go. With heavy steps, everyone left to explore the Grape House. Now then, where should we start? Since we're on the first floor, it might be okay if we start with Grape Tower. So you're saying you're going to start with the most suspicious place. Alright, then let's start with Grape Tower. Let's start with Grape Tower! Anyway, let's find the exit. Damn it, there's no way I'm going to let myself starve to death in here. Why is there a statue? What is this muscular bronze? Oh, it's Sakura! It's Sakura! It's a statue of Sakura! What is this muscular bronze statue? It's probably an ornament, but it doesn't fit the ambience at all. And there's a name written on here. Ogre? Doesn't that mean it's a statue of an ogre? Why is it wearing a sailor uniform? Because that was Sakura's nickname! It's Sakura! Oh, that kind of makes me happy. I like seeing the reference. Look at that statue. I'm starting to feel a little excited. But why is there a statue like that in a place like this? Wait, is this creature inside this building? I don't think so. This is probably in the hall just to garnish it. Garnish? You mean like a food garnish? Is this food? Is it tasty? It's not food, it's just a decoration. Starving us, like... Starving us... See... Like... Wait. That's a really weird sentence. Okay. Starving us seems pretty straightforward for Monokuma. That piece of shit. How dare he pull such a dirty trick on civilians? You make a good point. Grape house, huh? This place has terrible taste as well. I wholeheartedly agree. I don't like grapes. I preferred the strawberries, quite frankly. Like, if I had to choose between grapes and strawberries, you bet your asses I would be eating strawberries. Because, like, I like them more. Strawberries have always been, like, my favorite fruit. Grape Tower is beyond this door, right? Just like at Strawberry Hall, I only need to press this button. Alright, leave it to me. Nekomaru raised his voice and vigorously slammed the button more times than he needed to. Huh? It's not opening. That's weird. When we were at Strawberry Hall, this should have opened. Don't tell me it's out of order. Fine, time for it to break down. Well, it obviously shouldn't. Did you hear something? And that's when Nekomaru started shouting. Okay. Wait, why is it that her Usami figure is eating grapes at the bottom? I don't think she was eating strawberries in the strawberry house. So... Like, I need to double check that, because that's a little weird. The door opened. But was that pause... What was that pause just now? Why didn't the door open right away? So this is Grape Tower. The structure of this building doesn't seem all that different compared to Strawberry Tower. Yeah, you're right. The building is the same circular shape and the ceiling is just as high and hard to make out. However, this wall is green. Strawberry Tower's wall is red. Well, speaking of different, there's something blatantly different over there. On the Grape Tower door at the far back, there's a strawberry image on there. A strawberry door inside Grape Tower? That sounds complicated. It's like the opposite of Strawberry Tower. As I recall, there should have been a grape image on the far back door of Strawberry Tower. So on the strawberry side there's a grape door, and on the grape side a strawberry door. That's even more complicated. However, this time, this door might connect to the outside. It's obvious by looking at this map, since there's nothing beyond the far back door of Grape House. If so, the only thing we can do is try it. I heard what you guys were discussing, but it'd be pointless to even try, I think. What did you say? Before we get to that, why are you here, Chiaki? Weren't you with Nagito and Kazuichi? It's exhausting to be around those two. So you ran away. Fair enough. That door doesn't lead outside. I think it's pointless to even try it out. Definitely. Definitely, you say? It's rare for Chiaki to be that certain. I have a good reason for that. I think I found out the secret of the funhouse's structure. The secret of the structure? Do you want me to explain it to you? Well, pay close attention to each house's relationship to its respective tower. First, try to remember the first floor of Strawberry House. From the elevator, Strawberry Hall is on your left-hand side, right? And if you walk along it, you'll end up at Strawberry Tower, right? On the other hand, Grape House. From the elevator, Grape Hall is on your right-hand side, right? And if you walk along it, you'll end up at Grape Tower, right? Now, here comes the main point. With those two buildings... Oh, so you were here all along. Hey, Chiaki, don't go running off on your own. You disappeared so suddenly, I was worried about you. Kazuichi, Nagito. Thanks to your disappearance, I was left all alone with Nagito. Huh. Was that annoying for you?
Hell yeah, it was. I don't want to be alone with a creep like you.
This is trouble.
I see. So it's not just Hajime you don't trust me. It's not just Hajime. You don't trust me either. Huh, Kazuichi.
Hey,
Hey, are you okay? Have you stopped trusting other humans? Well, yeah, thanks to you, bastard. Huh? All of you came. Good timing. We didn't have to waste any time but gathering people. That was quick. I thought your investigations would take more time. There aren't many areas to search, and we didn't find any good clues. Right now, the only thing I found out is there's seriously no food anywhere. This ain't funny at all. I heard that it's super painful to die from starvation. Before that happens, why don't we, the hamsters that Gundam carries around? You imbecile, what are you implying? I'm sorry. Kazuichi, you should be grateful to Sonia. If you'd gotten your hands on my 4 Dark Devas of Destruction, your body would be incinerated by hellfire. But are the hamsters going to be okay without food? Fortunately, the flowers blooming in Strawberry House's indoor park are cursed flowers from Hell's Garden. As long as those seeds are there, the 4 Dark Devas of Destruction shall not lose a single hit point. I'm relieved to hear that. Now then, let's listen to your reports and see what you guys have found. Personally, I'd rather let Chiaki continue her talk, but oh well, I should listen to what everyone has to say.
now then.
Is it fine if Gundam Fuyuhiko and I represent our teams and give the reports?
Damn right.
Yeah, I don't mind. Rejoice, mongrels. I've discovered something that you fiends will be happy to hear about. Yes, our team's discovery is number 1. We shall not lose. I think their priorities are off slightly. There's a picture on the floor of Usami's face with grapes in her mouth. If I remember correctly, the Usami picture in Strawberry Tower had a strawberry in her mouth. Okay, so it did have a strawberry. I wasn't sure, but, whatever. I'm sure the others already know, but let me tell you just in case. The second floor of Grape House also has guest rooms similar to the ones on the second floor of Strawberry House. But instead of being covered with strawberry patterns, they're covered with grape patterns. Also, like the guest rooms, there's a similar lounge here as well. There's also a phone in the lounge too. However, instead of the grape button that was on the phone in Strawberry House's lounge, there's a strawberry button on the phone in Grape House's lounge. Now, I'm just guessing at this point, but it's possible that we can use those 2 phones to communicate with each other. So the picture on the buttons shows where each phone connects to. The picture on the buttons shows where each phone connects to. That's probably it. Now then, I shall present to you my discovery. I won't let you say such nonsense like I forgot. Monokuma said it himself before we arrived here. He said there are ship parts in the funhouse. Could it be? Kazuichi and you lowly humans, fall to your knees and show your gratitude to me, the overlord of ice of the destroyed world of death. Feast your eyes on this. I have no idea. Oh, a motor. It's a ship part. Okay. Based on its extremely small size, isn't that... That's just a radio-controlled toy! Allow me to tell you a little old story. I was born as a result of a union between a human and a demon, and my existence was shunned by both races. Perhaps it's because nobody has ever brought me a toy before, but Perhaps it's because nobody has ever bought me a toy before, but I believe this is truly remarkable. I'm not asking about that. You mean the ship part you found was just some radio-controlled toy? Tee-hee! You totally got tricked! I never said a single word about the ship being real, stupid, idiot, moron! Looks like we don't even have the strength to get upset. It might be better if we leave him alone for a while. So it was definitely a waste of time to believe Monokuma. If so, what he said about our student profiles might be a lie too. But our situation is getting so grim that I can't really focus on that right now. Allow me to give you a brief report. Since I'm the one who made this discovery, it's just as important as I am. I don't even know where to go with that. Which means it's not that important at all. Okay. I have run out of water. Okay, so I'm gonna grab more water, and then I'll be right back, and we'll just, keep on keeping on. Yeah.
Okay. I grabbed more water, so we'll be able to continue here.
Hey, bastard.
Just hurry up and say it already. Well, it's about the 3rd floor of Grape House.
See?
Do you remember what Monokuma said about a Monokuma archive on the 3rd floor? I actually tried to go there.
Jeez.
Like the name suggests, it was an archive full of stuff about Monokuma. It reminded me of those celebrities who build their memorial house in their hometown. There's people who do that? Who has done this? Like, does anyone know a celebrity who's done that? Because I don't know of any. Because that's weird. Then it looks like we don't ever need to go in there. Ever.
Actually,
Also, I found a lost child at the Monokuma archive. A lost child?
what?
Huh? Where did she go?
Hey!
Hey, don't just hide. Come on out. Hello. So the lost child was you. Right? That's how people react, right? Well, I had a general idea of how you all would react. It's okay. I won't be depressed anymore. I'm used to being treated so poorly. How sad. It's so sad to get used to it. She seems a little tense. Did Monokuma bring you here as well, Monomi? Yes. I'm so ashamed of myself for getting carelessly tricked by him. I'm a failure as a teacher. I have no right to guide everyone. Nobody here considers you a teacher to begin with. But I'm honestly happy that you're here. Huh? Hey, are you a complete stuffed animal? Is there any part of you left that's still rabbit meat? I'm expected to be food.
Hey, hey.
That was the last report, right? Then is it okay if I go now? This is what you mentioned earlier, right? About the structure of the funhouse?
Let me ask.
The structure of the funhouse?
Well,
Well, I've come to a conclusion. The Grape Tower that we're in currently and the Strawberry Tower we were in earlier, I think they're actually the same building. The 2 towers are the same building, you say? I see. What makes you think that? Their positions. Inside Strawberry House, Strawberry Hall is on your left when your back is facing the elevator, right? But inside Grape House, Grape Hall is on your right when your back is facing the elevator, right? And so if we think about it and put those 2 together, the 2 towers are the same building and each house connects to the center. That's the building structure that comes to mind. What? Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are the same building? But that might be a possibility. Come on, take a look at that door. Isn't that strawberry image the same one that's on the elevator and telephone? Then in the same way, wouldn't that image on the door also be showing where it leads to?
I see.
If that's the case, it would mean that Strawberry House is beyond that door with the strawberry image on it. As well as the opposite, the grape door that was at Strawberry Tower would lead to Grape House, meaning we opened the Grape Hall's door when we came in here. Meaning, depending on which door we use, this tower changes to either Strawberry Tower or Grape Tower. Which means when you look at the other side of the Grape Hall door that we used to come in here, yep, the grape picture should actually be on here. Then all we gotta do is confirm it, right? If we can close that door from the other side, that might be impossible. Impossible? Why? Well, Hajime and Nekomaru were the first ones to enter Grape Tower, right? What's wrong with that? When you 2 entered Grape Tower from Grape Hall, didn't it take a little while for the door to open after you pressed the button? Huh? So just as I assumed. How did you know? When I was walking around by myself, I went back to Strawberry House for a while. I felt like there was still something I missed when suddenly, the Strawberry Hall door automatically closed in front of me. The door automatically closed? And afterward, no matter how much I pressed the button, the Strawberry Hall door wouldn't open. But why? The doors to Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower must be designed so that only one can open at a time. I mean, if both doors opened at the same time, we'd easily find out that both towers are the same building. If that happens, it wouldn't be a funhouse anymore, right? Then the reason the Strawberry Hall door automatically closed in front of you, was it because we opened the Grape Hall door? When that happened, the Grape Hall door didn't open because it was waiting for Strawberry Hall's door to close. If you think about it like that, it makes sense, right? Like, you're saying all this hard stuff I don't get, but aren't you forgetting the most basic problem? The color of the walls in Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are different, you know? There's no way they're the same building. You didn't notice? They're just lights on the floor being shined on the wall. By reflecting a colored light onto a white wall, it makes it look like the wall color has changed. Then what about the picture on the floor? Is that different too? Maybe the floor is just a screen and the picture is being projected from beneath the floor. In fact, when you look at it closely, it's not a picture that was actually drawn on the floor. Oh, I see. Then it's safe to say they're the same building, right? But this is a very important problem, so isn't it better if we test it out? Test? For example, we should leave something behind here and we'll all go to Strawberry Tower. And if it's still there, we can conclude that they're the same building, right? Want me to stay then? No, that's impossible. There's a sensor preventing that. Huh? Sensors? Don't you feel it? There are countless sensors plastered all over the tower's walls and floors. Why can't you notice them? I'm more surprised that you actually noticed them. My guess is that sensor can probably detect any movement within the tower. And when it reacts, it prevents the door from opening. I knew there'd at least be something like that. By the way, how good is that sensor's performance? It's quite high performance. It seems that it can even detect your heartbeats and breathing patterns. Then it'd be completely impossible for someone to stay behind. What about Nekomaru? He's a heartless robot. I have a motor running inside me. It's as good as any human heart. But if you're in sleep mode, that function will come to a stop too, right? Like you said, if I see cell functions with sleep mode, the sensor won't detect it, but... Do you need to go that far to test it? I won't tolerate any robo-prejudice. Sorry, you're right. And once I enter sleep mode, I will not regain consciousness until the good night switch is pressed again or if my chest alarm goes off. I'm a little concerned about being left alone in that state. It is far too dangerous, even as an experiment. It is possible that we might violate the laws of robotics. Then why don't we just use this? My student handbook. I'll leave this handbook here and we'll all move over to Strawberry Tower. And if by chance the handbook is still there, we can safely say that the two towers are the same, right? You're right, let's try this. We left behind Chiaki's e-handbook right away. Then we left Grape Tower and made our way to Strawberry Tower. Does that mean I can grab stickers that I have not been able to grab? Or that I can, like, go up to the other floors and check them out? Like, would you allow that?
What happened?
I fucking figured. God damn it, linear bullshit! I must say, this elevator is rather quiet. It is like the Toad's Wart. Oh wait, never mind. Toad's Wart? What's she talking about? It doesn't feel like we're moving extremely fast. It seems it's moving very slowly. If so, the two houses might be surprisingly close. If two towers are connected in the middle, the distance between them shouldn't be that much. Alright, let's head over to Strawberry Tower. Well, and like, what if the elevator's not even moving? Like, what if they're just changing the layout of everything and then reopening the door? And that's why there's no anticipated movement that you feel. If you press the button next to the store, you should be able to enter Strawberry Tower. Then I'll press it. Wait, step aside, you fiends. What? Emissary of evil in a... What? Pierce through Supernova Silver Fox Sandy. Okay, that was cute. Oh, it pressed the button? Truly, this is the skyline lamentation art of the demon mouse. Soon the door of destiny shall open. Wow, amazing. Your hamsters are truly skilled. I see your eyes managed to follow Sandy's movements. As expected of the Dark Lady, you have my praise.
Amazing!
Truly amazing. You must have a strong, trusting relationship with them.
Aww, he's all shy and embarrassed.
You didn't need to bother making your hamster press it.
Just as I thought, it's taking a while to open. Considering what we discussed earlier, the sensor will confirm that nothing is moving inside the tower, then wait for the other door to close. At that moment, I heard a loud sound from the other side of the door. Yep.
My,
Oh, look over there! The moment we set foot inside Strawberry Tower, Sonia raised her voice. When I looked where she was pointing, it's there! The handbook! Yep, there's no doubt. This is my student handbook. If the handbook Chiaki left in Grape Tower is here, then that means... It seems that we've confirmed it.
Yep.
Strawberry Tower and Grape Tower are actually the same building. And depending on whether you enter from Strawberry Hall or Grape Hall, the tower becomes either Strawberry Tower or Grape Tower. Then that door over there with the grape image on it, it's not the exit, but it appears it's connected to Grape House's Grape Hall. But it also means that we have no idea where the exit is. Well, I guess that can't be helped. There's no way we would actually find the exit that easily. Well, anyway, I'm surprised. I can't believe you already uncovered a secret like this. As expected of Chiaki, you're truly amazing. Normally, all you do is stare into space, but at times like this, you really pull through for us. As she stares into space. Why was this building designed so strangely?
you're so evil.
There's probably no reason. It's simply because it's a funhouse. That's all the reason Monokuma needs. Who are you again? I'm Monami. Why did you forget about me? That reminds me, whatever happened to the Monokuma announcement? What do you mean? According to my internal clock, it's already past 10 p.m. Huh? Is it that time already? Despite that, why hasn't there been a Monokuma announcement?
Allow me to answer. Every single day up until now, I have consistently let you know when it's morning and night on the island. And thanks to that, you've been able to live a normal life. Did you guys mistake me for some kind of pretty alarm clock? Oh well, it's totally true that I'm pretty, but...
Hey, what are you trying to say?
For the time being, the Monokuma announcements are on hiatus. You can't go outside and there are no windows here, so it's not like it matters if it's morning or night. Also, I've been thinking of a little something to replace the Monokuma announcement. Hoo-hoo-hoo. Hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo-hoo.
I don't like
What's wrong with him? Well, if there's no announcements, we can just look at the clock. Both Strawberry House and Grape House have clocks in their first floor lounges. Even if I don't look at a clock, I have my internal clock, so it's no problem for me anyway. And it's already past 10 p.m., right? I'm starting to feel sleepy after hearing that. Since we don't have food, it might be better if we rest and conserve our energy. For now, let's just decide our room assignments. Room assignments? Each house has 5 guest rooms, so we should first decide who's going to stay in which house. Why don't we make things simple and split them between the boys and the girls? Yes, let us do that. That's a bummer, but, well, I guess it makes sense. Then ladies first. Now then, kittens, choose which house you would like. Let's just choose Grape House. Starting at a red room is just going to strain my eye, or staring at a red room is just going to strain my eyes. Then the men shall have Strawberry House. Strawberries are known strawberry men are known for passion. Is that like a real thing? Also, each house had guest rooms of varying quality, right? Wasn't it 2 deluxe rooms, 1 standard room, and 2 crummy rooms? And we need to decide those next, huh? But there are only 5 rooms in each house, right? Then 1 guy will be left over. Then that means there's only one appropriate way to settle this. Appropriate way? Excuse me. Rock, paper, scissors, of course. Suddenly, the rock, paper, scissors battle between 6 guys had begun, and the results... Ah, sorry, I ended up winning so easily. That's right, I totally forgot that Nagito is the ultimate lucky student. So I take 2nd place. That's fine. I was getting bored of always being on top. It's decided. You 2 will get a deluxe room. Now then, regarding the 3rd winner. It's me. I'll be resting in the standard room. Me and Kazuichi are next. So I get a crummy room, huh? Well, it's better than rooming with someone. That's unfortunate, Hajime. You can rest in the lounge, but try not to catch a cold. Hey, how about you Grape House girls? Did you all pick your rooms as well? Yeah, we did. We had a brief discussion and settled things smoothly. Sonia and I have the deluxe room, and apparently Akane wants one of the crummy rooms. Huh? Why did you choose the crummy room? There's still a standard room left over.
Not like that.
It's good enough for me. You guys might think it's pretty crappy, but it's a palace compared to my home. So there is a standard room and a crummy room left. Hajime, if you would like, please use one of them. Huh? You can't do that. Why not? I mean, it's dangerous. Hajime might be the traitor, you know? What are you saying? What am I, huh? We haven't doubted Hajime at all. Even I don't think he'd try to trick us. It seems that you're the only one who thought Hajime is suspicious. Really? Of all people, you're gonna say that? You're really gonna say that? Hajime, you can use one of our leftover rooms. Thank you. I feel bad about using the standard room, so I'll stay in the crummy room. But even so, it really helps that I have a place to sleep. Now then, it's decided. We should turn in for today. It doesn't make any sense. It's because Hajime hasn't tried to make a move on anyone. He's been quite respectful, actually. And so all the guys except for me ended up staying the night on the second floor of Strawberry House. And all the girls, plus my leftover self, stayed on the second floor of Grape House. Jeez, just as I thought, I was forgotten. Well, I'm used to it after all. So this is the second floor of Grape House. Choosing Grape House was definitely a good decision. What do you mean? You see, Strawberry House is a quadrilateral, but Grape House is hexagonal. That means this place is far more spacious. It is quite a good bargain. For a princess, you sure do think about petty stuff. The deluxe rooms are the 2 rooms at the far back, right? Is it okay if we go already? The 2 rooms at the front are the crappy rooms, right? Hajime, you use the room next to the lounge. So the standard room across from the lounge will remain unoccupied. I shall prepare nameplates for our rooms later. I shall also include portraits of everyone's face. You don't really need to draw our faces, but the nameplates might be a good idea. Then good night. After reaching the limits of her sleepiness, Chiaki staggered over to her deluxe room. Now then, I shall retire for the evening as well. Good night, everyone. Good night. See you tomorrow. After exchanging good nights, everyone went into their guest rooms. I should get some sleep, too. I think I was assigned the crummy room that's next to the lounge. So I can't go that way, huh? It says very... Oh, and I can't go that way. Oh, okay. That's fine. We'll just see what happens. Oh yeah, sure, treat the MC like slut, 'cause why not? Yeah, pretty much. This is a surprisingly shabby guest room. It's a little cold in here. The draft coming from the door is making me hungry. But I shouldn't be talking like that. For now, I need to endure it no matter what. No matter what happens, I will definitely prevent a killing from happening. I won't let Monokuma get what he wants. Oh, it's Monokuma Theater. I think that's Morse code. Oh. Okay.
This concludes the Monokuma Theater Morse Code Edition.
Okay then. It's morning already? Now that there are no Monokuma announcements, I don't feel like my usual self anymore. There should be a clock in the lounge. I should head over there and see what time it is. Let's see, the time is 9 a.m. It's later than I'm used to waking up, but I guess it still counts as morning. Now then, what should I do now? In this kind of situation, panicking will accomplish nothing. It might be better if I spend time like I normally do for as long as I can. I should find someone to talk to, or it might be a good idea to just stay in my room and conserve my energy. Okay, if it's free time, I'm looking for those goddamn stickers. Okay? There was a sticker in the other room for Strawberry House for this specific room, so maybe there'll be one in this side. Oh dear God, is it ever ugly in here. Also, why is there a random door? No sticker. It was worth a shot. Okay, well. Can I use a map to fast travel? Is that like a thing? I should check on the pet too. Their despair meter went so up. Oh god. That's not good. Okay. So the map does show me where people are. So that's nice. I would like to go there, yes. Because I want to check out this Monokuma room. I want to see if there's anything interesting in it that might be, I don't know, relevant. Oh god. So this is the Monokuma archive that Nagito was telling me about. Apparently there are no clues that might be useful for escaping this place, but in the future it may be necessary to know about the enemy. Oh lord, there's shit all over the place. This bookshelf has worldwide bestseller, The 10 Killing Commandments, Monokuma's Personal Guide to Success and Happiness. Somehow I suppressed my urge to throw it on the floor and put it back on the bookshelf. That's everything from all the Monokuma theaters, like all the little figurines and shit. Let's see, what's on this bookshelf? Monokuma's Cute Meaty Diary Volume 1. What is this? Is this Monokuma's diary? Has that guy been keeping a diary this whole time?
Greetings! I'm the Monokuma in charge of Monokuma. I'm the only one who looks good in a fresh salmon jacket. Anyway, it's still pretty recent, but I've made a tremendously huge discovery. And I shall share it with you guys starting now. First, squat like you're sitting in an invisible chair and put your hands behind your thighs. Then hold that position as you raise your thighs. If you keep raising higher and higher, don't you think you'd start floating higher and higher into the air? You would, right? Right? Isn't this amazing? Isn't this a revolutionary discovery that'll cause a reform in traffic laws? But I can't do it. I don't have thighs. Bummer. Looks like there are still several volumes to this diary, but what should I do?
Not read it. Oh god. This book here is Deep Stories That Really Happened and Will Probably Make You Cry, all 1,000 volumes of That Love by Monokuma. I should pretend I never saw this. What's on this bookshelf? Monokuma's latest work, There's No Way My Little Sister Is This Incompetent. Does this mean Monomi? Don't tell me he writes articles when he's bored. What's on this bookshelf? Despair Boys, Monokuma's Successful Youth Edition? What a shitty title. Famous Monokuma Quotes, Volume 1. Here's one free massage ticket. Of course you're the one who's gonna give the massage. However, if you keep using the free massage ticket, you will eventually master the massage fist. Never underestimate the power of the massage fist. It will impress Kenpo masters around the world. Right. Okay. Well, that was something, all right. Okay. Well, that's where you are. I did want to go here because then I should be able to go into that room and get the sticker. You better let me have the fucking sticker, I swear to God. There you are.
I knew you could do it.
That's all I wanted. That's all I wanted. I can't get the stickers that are on the outside of the funhouse until later, though, so we'll just make do.
Hello there.
Ah, welcome, Hajime. What are you welcoming me for? It's probably because you're staying at Grape House. For some reason, you seem like a guest. If I offended you at all, I apologize. No, there's no need to apologize. Oh yeah, while we're at it, I should let you know our room assignment. The deluxe room at the back toward the lounge area is my room. Across from that is Gundam's room, and Nekomaru is in the standard room next to mine. Next to Nekomaru's room is Kazuichi's room, and across from that is Fuyuhiko's room. Of course, we're using the portraits Sonia drew in place of nameplates on our doors. So even if you don't remember, it'll be okay as long as you use that as a sign. I didn't know she drew portraits for the guys. For a princess, Sonia's very diligent. Drawing a portrait of a lowly human like me, I might drown from such undeserved honor. Sonia's merciful heart might be the Might be ultimate level 2. Even in this situation, he still acts like this.
Jeez. It's obvious.
Okay. Oh, I can hang out with him. Alright.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't mind. There's plenty of time today. I spent time with Nagito today talking about various things. I guess Nagito and I grew a little closer. Yeah, I will give him that ring that I have. Where is it? Was it this one? Yeah.
Thanks.
You're going to give this to me? Thanks, Hajime. I'm grateful to receive anything you give me, even if it's trash or leftover food. There should be time for me to move around more freely. I mean, I haven't really tried to get any fragments from Chiaki, so... But who else could I get fragments from that I haven't thought about? Because I've definitely done Chiaki's fragment stuff before. So maybe I should do I should, like, check out Fuyuhiko? And what his stuff is about? Because that wouldn't be bad, right? Where is he? He's supposed to be here. Oh, there he is. Can I go in there? It's not letting me in, okay.
Yeah.
What happened, Hajime? Don't waste your energy wandering around. Yeah, let's hang out, buddy.
Damn right.
Well, I guess it's not so bad talking to you once in a while. I spent time today talking to Fuyuhiko about various things. Looks like Fuyuhiko and I grew a little closer. Yes. I'll give him Blue Room. It clips your wings. Oh dear. Well, if you're gonna give that to me, I'll take it. Although, this thing doesn't really look that useful. Hey Fuyuhiko, how's that wound on your stomach doing? It's fine. Nothing to worry about. I thought you'd say that. You must have abnormally strong willpower to actually slice open your own stomach like that. Then again, you are the ultimate Yakuza. I just have Yakuza blood flowing in my veins. There's nothing strong about that. You know, I did some thinking about this when I was in the hospital. Like maybe this is all a dream. A dream, huh? How great would that be? Sorry. Obviously you'd be thinking about that more than I would. That's not true. I've seen plenty of people die up till now. And as long as I'm burdened with the Kazuryu name, I'll always be dealing with a mountain of bodies. But you guys aren't like me. It's a sick joke to see students who live honest lives bumping each other off like this. This guy has always known violence and death. I see. He's used to it. Are you scared to talk to me? Huh?
Jeez.
There's no need to hide it. I'm used to being treated with caution by everyone.
Hey.
The world is a barbaric place. The world is a barbaric place, especially my world. Everyone I know tries to settle things with violence. You guys have different values than I do. My old man likes to say predators are always stronger than their prey. He's a hothead. Even if it's just a minor argument, he'll come at you with everything he's got. And when him and my mom fight, she seriously tries to kill him. Being a Yakuza means you can even kill the man you love to get your point across. I've been hearing stuff like that since before I was old enough to understand what's going on around me. That's a pretty outrageous home life. The worlds we both live in couldn't be more different.
Like,
I'm a little curious if that's actually how Yakuza live. I don't necessarily think so. I think this is very over-exaggerated, but I am a bit curious as to how someone lives like that, you know? I've definitely watched, like, interviews on YouTube and stuff about Yakuza, or, like, prior Yakuza members who had left the organization, because you can leave, but, yeah. I did actually learn something interesting from one of those interviews, and that was the reason behind why they chopped the pinky off. Like, I knew that that was a sign that you were a Yakuza member, and that you had apparently done something that you weren't supposed to do, or something that brought shame to the Yakuza boss, or whatever the case may be. But I didn't understand why it was the pinky finger. But then when I learned that it was a old custom from back when samurai were still a thing, I guess the pinky finger really helps you to be able to hold onto your sword and have better control on the sword. So cutting off the pinky makes it so that you can't have as much control, and that you're not going to wield your sword as well as you would if you had it. So that kind of made it make more sense to me. There were a few times where I nearly got killed in the aftermath of my parents' fights, but whenever something like that happened, Peko was always there by my side. I'm sorry. I made you remember something painful. What? You don't need to apologize for that, you strange bastard. But still, I'm the rightful successor of the Kazuryu clan. I don't get overwhelmed very easily. Heh, by the time I was in the 2nd grade, I didn't cry even if I lost a fight. I see. Good for you.
Hey, bastard.
Good for me? Don't treat me like a kid. I don't really know what else to say to him. Anyway, it's not much, but I am starting to get to know Fuyuhiko a little better. Fuyuhiko's report card has been updated based on your experience with him. After talking to Fuyuhiko about some other things, I parted ways with him and returned to my room. There should be time for me to move around more freely. My voice is getting tired though, so I think I will save, and then that is where I will call it, because I don't want my voice to get too sore so that I can't, like, do my job tomorrow, because I do have to work at my day job tomorrow. So wish me luck with that, because I am supposed to be, like, interacting with the CEO and shit like that, because they're making a visit, so yeah, wish me luck at my day job, because that's gonna be an experience. Okay, so I should be able to take a look and see if Yules is streaming, because if Yules is streaming, then I want to raid them, ideally. So, oh god. So, let me see here. I need to, where do I go for that? Is it in this section where I look at the shit like that? Hold on. Community, followers list. Oh. Interesting. That person still follows me. Okay. Huh. Ah. Open link in new tab. It doesn't look like... Unless... Are they streaming right now? No, it doesn't look like they're live right now. Okay. That's okay. In that case, maybe there's someone else I can find? Maybe? Where is it? Damn, none of the channels that I follow are online either. Jesus. Okay. Gotta go to the Twitch... Oh, what did I just do? Yeah, that's not a website. Yeah. The fuck. I'm screwing up already, guys. Who's already... I don't know. Who's playing something? Oh! There's some people playing the Persona 3 dance game. Oh, there's one person playing the Persona 3 dance game. They already have a lot of viewers, and I like to try and, like, raid people who are, like, kind of more on my level. So... Who can I raid? Okay, let's see. There's some people playing Mario games. Oh, this one's playing a Kingdom Hearts game. This person is playing Kingdom Hearts, actually. So, yeah. I think they would be a good choice to raid. Okay, hold on. Raid channel. Then I have to copy and paste their name, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, I can raid them. Yeah! There we go. Let's raid Rana-chan. She's playing Kingdom Hearts, so I think that'll be really fun. Okay. I hope you're ready. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and let's go! I'll meet you there. Okay, say hi, have fun. It'll take me a minute to join because I gotta like set up everything appropriately, but I'll be there, okay? Bye!